91.5 WBIM presents Bridgewater's Saturday Night Soundtrack with Rob Hicks. Whoever you're with, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, don't stop. Just turn us up. Coming to you live from the Adrian Rondelou Campus Center. We are your destination for commercial-free classic rock to power your night. Bruce Springsteen, Tom Petty, Pearl Jam, Eric Clapton, AC/DC, Zeppelin, Foo Fighters, Aerosmith, The Clash, Nirvana, Guns N' Roses, Rolling Stones, Soundgarden, Van Halen, and hundreds more. 5 decades, thousands of songs, and one show to rule them all.
All kinds of cool bands.
You guys rock. We are all request at 508-531-1303.
I can hear what I want when I want.
Every song just rocks.
So go get some food in the belly, gas in the tank, and prepare to make your Saturday night something classic. The Saturday Night Soundtrack with Rob Hicks begins now on Bridgewater's own 91.5 WBIM.
It's 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. Saturday Night Soundtrack is underway, so welcome. 509. Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer. How you guys doing? I tried to ignore that out of the corner of my eye.
You can't ignore it.
I did
How can you ignore us?
I did my best, and my best just wasn't good enough. You know what I mean?
I'm going to get naked later.
Oh, my God.
I'm leaving the room later.
Well, it's actually, everybody can enjoy it.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
It's 5:09, sir. It's a little too early for this. Way too early for this.
Is Mike even on?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I can hear you
good.
just fine.
Yeah.
508-531-1303. Call us up. We're doing Classic Rock until 11 o'clock. You can like us on Facebook, Saturday Night Soundtrack. You can follow us on Twitter at SN Soundtrack. And you can check out all the highlights from all the old shows and new shows and current shows and all that other stuff on YouTube.
Not all of the shows.
You know, most of the shows. Nobody cares that a few shows in 2014 are not uploaded on there. Everyone just wants to kind of hear the current stuff. And by everybody, I mean like Steve's wife and whoever, the one or two other people that happen to listen to the program, who does not apparently include. I don't know if Brendan's checked it out yet. Brendan Smith is our intern.
Where the hell is he?
I don't know. But apparently this is a loosey-goosey ship. And you can just show up anytime.
Hopefully his time right now is being spent well.
Well, he can do that later. He's got a program.
Yeah, but when you're young, you have to do it.
Do it anytime when you're young.
Except for the fact that he's probably thinking to himself, those guys are there until 11. Relax. I can show up, and they'll still be there. They have nothing else to do.
I think you're too old to remember how it is.
I agree. I'm not going to.
I mean, you're on a schedule.
Not going to debate that. You know what I'm saying?
You're on a schedule these days.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Has to be the right day of the month. It can't be the 11th.
There can't be dogs in the room.
Can't be dogs in the room.
Stars have to
The
be
window
aligned.
has to be cracked just a little bit with the drapes.
The TV has to be on, but on a channel that does not come in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that way there's a little bit of light in the room, but not too much. And
It's like a flicker of a candle of the TV that it's giving you.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's no music, though.
But it's on mute.
It's on mute.
That's the important part.
But with subtitles on, just that way, if they're...
Well, there's no
they can
subtitles
see.
because the channel, we don't get the channel.
Sometimes they do
Well,
that.
you need subtitles so the wife's got something to do.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Well,
here you go, watch TV.
Well, if it's anything like the last time, the cat would just jump up on the bed and she'd reach out and start petting the cat. And I'm like, I'm doing something right now. Can you
quit petting the cat? Isn't that...
Leave the pussy alone.
Cat.
And here we go. We're off and running.
Oh, you know it.
I'm going to kick it off this week like we do every week with a tally of how we're doing on Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, God, this is going to be dangerous.
I've heard some feedback about this.
Oh, yeah?
Nobody likes this segment.
Oh, okay, that's
Well,
fine.
good stuff. They're the same people who don't like us on Facebook or Twitter either, so...
I do, actually.
My sympathy is kind of low. No Facebook likes and no Twitter likes this week.
You suck!
However, on the upside, we didn't lose anybody, so that's good.
Did we have anybody to lose?
Well, here's the issue. Here's the thing that I'm thinking about, right, is I don't understand why. So apparently, and I got to talk to him about this when he comes in, Brendan was supposed to like our show. He never did.
Uh-oh.
Brendan is not a like on Facebook. I understand that he's probably not going to follow us on Twitter because, in all honesty, nobody probably really gives a crap about Twitter, and I'm fine with that. But like us or follow us in one or the other, whichever is your desired platform, just go for that.
You know, I'm going to go out here and say it. I don't think he really likes us.
What?
As evidenced by the fact that he's not sitting here right now.
Yeah,
Potentially,
and
but
like, you know, that
He's on his way.
he gave me his email for the script. Never got it.
No?
Nope. It kicked back. He doesn't like us.
Yeah.
And he's plotting to take the show from us.
Oh, you think so?
we're going to talk to him about that later on in the program.
Is he coming in? Do you know?
If he shows up, no.
He's not going to show up.
I'm making the assumption.
You know what happens when you assume.
Oh, I do. It happens all too often, sir.
Yeah.
All too often, I know. So, first classic rock block of the evening we're going to get into right now. Call us up, 508-531-1303. Going to kick it off with a double shot of The Who. SNS on BIM.
Saturday nights with Rob Hicks. He's like Wolfman Jack. Without the beard, money, or timeless popularity.
Coincidence? I think not.
Bridgewater's Saturday night soundtrack on 91.5 WBIM.
The Steve Miller Band, 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. SNS radio show, The Stake. That went off, was probably his best album, his 1977 Book of Dreams record. Heard the Doors before that, kicked off the block with 2 from The Who. Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer, it's 5:32.
Hello.
Hello. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, because Brendan...
Don't do that. It's dangerous.
It is. It hurts. Brendan Smith, our intern, is not here yet.
Richard.
And I'm trying to think to myself if there's anything possibly that could have happened a couple of weeks ago that would result in his not wanting to come back here. Him individually, no. And then I started to think of all the comments Jared was making a couple of weeks ago when he had to go, you know, meet his lady at his dorm and let her in and be a gentleman. And here's this jabroni just sitting there, just, you know, making all sorts of double, triple entendres. And, you know, she probably told him, I don't want you having anything more to do with those creepy old men.
Yes.
Well, my general understanding is any man that listens to what his woman says.
Shady ground here, Jared.
Any sentence that starts with what how did you start that sentence? What my experience tells me, it's coming from Jared is not good.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I mean, like, if all right, so if I was married and or like seeing a girl and she's like, you know what, you are not to see Steve ever again. I don't care. I'm going to go hang out with Steve all day.
That's what I'm going to do. Who would ever say that about Steve? Is the point?
Well, several people have.
This is true.
Someone saying it about you might be a valid point.
Nope,
not happening.
No, not happening. Sorry.
My wife told me that several times. You have to go and hang out with Jared at the radio show.
Why do you hang out with that guy? I can't wait until she says that about me. Why do you hang out with that guy?
You're going to be fine.
No. There is a fly, like a fruit fly or something in here that is bugging the hell out of me.
He's not in here, so that's fine.
It's killing me. And I don't want to throw anything off, so I'm not slamming my hand on stuff to try to kill him, but eventually I'm going to snap, and it's just going to happen.
Here's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Flies hum in the key of F. So if you wanted to hum along with it.
And they take off backwards when they...
Do they?
Yeah. So if you want to catch it, you want to, like, go from behind.
An inch behind them.
Tip.
Yes. Top tip.
Pro
on
tip.
BIM. How to kill a fly.
Jared is smelling his nakedness, and
that's nothing to do with me.
Nope, absolutely not. Steve, do you want to come in here?
Yeah, probably.
Because it's getting a little creepy out there. I'm going to tell you.
And taste these berries.
So
Mikey D's going to be in.
Can we talk about Mikey D real quick?
Sure, why not?
I'm coming down the hallway, trotting along in my suit.
Are you doing this?
I'm doing this.
Nobody has the visual, but it's fine. I have it. I have it, and that's enough.
Swimming.
But and then all of a sudden I see the doors to the
ladies.
No. Which, by the way, that's another topic about Mikey. So I see the doors to the ballroom open, right? I see the doors. I'm like, what the hell? And I see him sitting in there, like, you know,
eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
piling food into a box. I'm like,
we were actually with him when he discovered the fact that the food was in there, left over from an SGA meeting, apparently.
And he just started rifling it.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, he looked eager to rifle it when we were leaving.
Yeah,
we decided to leave him alone with it because he looked very interested.
He had like the to-go box, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh, you know, just getting some food here.
This is Chicken Palm. It's not as good as Johnny Macaroni's, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. And then the other thing I had to say is, like, I go to the restroom, and I see him just, like, barging right into the ladies' room.
Was this after the food?
After the food. Okay. He's barging into the ladies' room, no knock on the door, no nothing. Like, hello, anybody in there? Nothing. Just, hi, I'm Mikey D.
That's how he enters a room. It's BSU's. It's the campus center's Kramer. I don't know what you know what I mean. Like
Kramer
with a lot less hair and
a lot less cool.
A little less cool. Yes, exactly.
So,
what I was going to say though was that he mentioned that he was going to be bringing in a quote treat.
a treat. We don't know what that is yet.
I'm hoping it's not that leftover chicken parm.
Yeah,
I really don't want
I
that.
bet you guys some chicken parm.
I like how he was trying to sell us on. He's like, you guys want some of this? Like, no, you could not pay me to eat that because I don't know what it's going to do to me, and I don't know what it's
for about an hour or two.
Yeah, I have no idea how it's been sitting.
I don't know what it's going to do to your maintenance duties later on in the evening.
So my little problem last week after leaving the show.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about this actually? Because we mentioned it on the air briefly.
I had an add-on to it. Well, yeah, some stupid reason. I'm one of those sticklers for putting my headlights on every single time I drive. And for some reason that night I didn't, so I got pulled over by a policeman.
Well, you had a lot on your mind.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't your car just turn them on automatically? Mine does.
Mine doesn't.
Mine doesn't either.
Enough. But here's the strange thing was, after he'd given me back my license and registration and say, you can go on your way, you're okay, he kind of overtakes me and does a U-turn to come back, headed towards the campus again, and one of his headlights is out. I was going to flash him and pull him over and tell him, but I thought that would be pushing it a bit.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that.
No.
Plus the fact that at least one of them was on.
Yes.
Sir.
I know.
Our favorite part of that whole thing was the fact that within the message you said, what a melon.
Yes.
I forgot to put on my lights. What a melon.
Every time I read a message from Steve in my head, I'm reading it in the British accent, so it just makes it that much funnier.
Yes, and then... We'll go through this later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's called Coping with England.
Oh, good. Because we need a book for that.
Exactly. Yes. So we'll get into this later. We can read a little bit of it on air.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. There's some fun things. It was written in 87, so it's not completely up to date.
There's a cartoon on the cover of a husband and wife on an airplane. And the wife is looking out the window to the stars. And her husband says, "That's not the lights of London, lady. That's the glint in their eyes."
Why would he say lady to his wife? My wife would smack me if I
just realized after I made that comment that...
It's not necessarily his wife.
Oh, it's just a woman.
It's just a woman.
Just a way to presume.
Exactly.
Coping with America. Presumptions everywhere. But this is what you get on the Saturday Night Soundtrack. You get some classic rock.
Oh, yes.
You get requests, by the way, 508-531-1303. And you get some education and some culture.
Yes,
as we read to you from esoteric books.
Esoteric.
That you didn't even know you needed to be read to from.
No.
Trust me, you do.
Really? and we have discussed the catering for this evening's performance, and it will be earlier than usual.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't agree to that.
Well, I just did.
I don't know. I think I left your country for a reason.
Yeah. I think my country left you, sir.
And here we go. Another big classic rock block coming up. Give us a call, 508-531-1303. You listen to SNS on BIM.
Whether you're spending a night in town or just a night in, we've got you covered. It's All Request Classic Rock on Bridgewater's Saturday Night Soundtrack with Rob Hicks at 91.5 WBIM.
The Eagles, 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. Saturday Night Soundtrack, that one wrapping up. A big block of classic rock there. Before that, heard a deep cut, courtesy from Steve Rimmer. Michael McDonald and Phoebe Snow doing Knock on Wood. That was from the New York Rock and Soul Live at the Beacon album. Looks like that album came out 1991. It was produced in part by Donald Fagen of Steely Dan fame. And looks like there was a lot of good classy tracks on that.
There are.
And Steve just picked one, which was Knock on Wood.
Yes, I just thought it was a good one.
And everybody has to do that when somebody says, you know what I mean, it's necessary.
Absolutely.
So 608, Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer.
You know who else did a really good version of Knock on Wood?
Who's that?
David Bowie.
That guy does everything, huh?
Oh, yes.
Oh, just everything. He's all over the place. And hope everyone's doing all right out there. Give us a call, 508-531-1303. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know what you want to hear. Classic rock until 11 o'clock. And if your week's not going all that great, just think to yourself, your week is going better than Lamar Odom's is.
People have been trying to get me interested in that story all week, and
I don't understand.
I couldn't give it
Is
down.
my week really better than his?
I'm not interested per se in that. I'm not interested in what happens, but I am amused by the fact that that's the type of thing you would expect to have happen to like just some bad luck middle-aged accountant who goes to a brothel and then ends up passing out and going into a coma and everything. You'd figure a guy like Lamar Odom, an NBA veteran, going to go there for a couple of days and just disappear and just, some cocaine and hookers, and you're going to be okay. But that was not the case.
No.
Not the case. And apparently, or some of the parts of the story that I read were saying that, nobody knew what he was trying to get away from. He was trying to get away from something. He was upset about stuff, and people were like, well, he was watching an episode of The Kardashians, and things that were said on there perhaps upset him, sent him into a tailspin, and put him into the need to head off on a retreat. And my only thinking on that is watching The Kardashians usually makes me want to self-destruct as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never seen... I couldn't even tell you what a Kardashian looks like, truthfully.
Well, they all look the same except for the fat one.
Because she's not a real Kardashian. That's why.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
See, I don't even know that because I don't get it's not important.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, no, because they're like, oh no, she is like that. She's the daughter of the Kardashian guy. Oh, okay, but wait, she looks like that guy. No, it's
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's just, but no, I'm telling you. That looks too much. A cup is a cup, so the whole thing is stupid.
The only thing better sometimes than watching Jared's summation on things is watching Steve's face watching Jared's summation on things. The two are just about equally entertaining.
Yes.
That's why he and I should have a YouTube show.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Well, we already do, but...
Technically, I mean, you guys do.
I mean, with
just
video.
a part of this.
Well, we need a
you
visual.
You can do video on your own.
Yeah,
I don't want any part of that.
Well, the weird thing is you like movies. I like movies. We're visual people. What the hell?
Nobody wants to see me. They just
be the man behind the camera.
I debate whether or not they even want to hear me, but they're going to have to.
They don't.
It's just the way life is.
They don't. They want their thyroid to be. I only bring that up because
these are the reasons why I should not be your emergency contact, sir. These are the reasons you get the responses.
I was calling this guy just for no good reason, and he wouldn't answer the damn phone.
I was in the shower,
so I said, like, I left him a voicemail. I was like, there's a good reason why you're not my emergency contact.
So I get out of the shower, right, and I'm waiting. First of all, I'm waiting to hear back from my wife, who, no offense, sir, was a little bit more of a priority at the time because I didn't know where she was. I didn't know what time we were having lunch. I didn't know.
Usually
what was
that's a
going
good
on.
thing when you don't know where your wife is.
But I needed to. I mean, my schedule hinges on knowing these things. So I get out of the shower and I see a notification on my phone and I go, oh, good. And I look and I see that I have a text, a missed call, and a voicemail all from Jared Barbetta. I'm like, oh, crap. What is happening? And then it's this guy just telling me that I shouldn't be his emergency contact because I didn't answer a text within a half hour while I happened to be showering. And I wasn't going to bring this up on the air, but I mean, I guess I will. My wife sent you a text on like Tuesday. Condolences for your cat who passed.
Did she?
And you did not bother to respond to that in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I actually, because I've been getting a lot. No. I've been getting a lot of complaints about my responses via phone, and I figured it out.
What?
I needed to reset my phone, refresh it. So I did that today, or rather at 4 a.m. when I was still up. Dealing with things, and so I did all that. And when I refreshed my phone, because what was happening, I'm doing some work at 4 a.m. All of a sudden, my phone starts going nuts. It sounds like a Mario game. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm getting 100,000 emails and text messages. What's happening? And I'm looking at my phone, and I see another text message I sent, and it kept on resending the same text message that I thought I had sent. So it just kept on sending it back to me, and I'm like, what the? So it just finally went on the fritz. So I just did a refresh.
Gotcha.
Of that, and then all of a sudden, I'm still logging into everything.
Well, at some point, send her a text and just say thanks. I'm sick of hearing about it every day, about how you did not respond.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with your friend? Why is your friend a jerk? And the only response I can give is, he's Jared. I don't know what to tell you.
Or you could tell her I'm crying.
Yes.
I'm crying.
Why don't you just text back a crying emoji?
Because I'm in the corner
the 21st century.
crying.
I'm going to take this down. Steve, you want to take it down?
Yeah, I just did.
Crying. Listening to Journey, eating my Haagen-Dazs ice
If
cream.
you're listening to Journey, you're definitely in a bad situation.
Yeah, you need to be
because I
crying.
like Journey, you don't. You should be listening to some Def Leppard is what you should. You know?
I miss my little guy.
I know.
Oh, I don't know.
So, I mean, getting back to I don't want to get all serious here on the air, but getting back to the conversation we were having off the air, I haven't had, I'm at the point in my life where, and I know it's coming up soon, fairly soon.
Yeah, you got like 40 of them.
Right, but, and some of them are old and on the way out, but I'm at the point where I haven't had a pet that has passed that was my own from the beginning. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, because I never had an animal die on me.
Right. I mean, my parents had, we got a cat when I was like 12 or something like that, and the cat passed away at 20 years old. I was long since moved out and gone, and I mean, I was sad because I remembered when my parents first got the cat. It wasn't my cat. You know what I mean? So I'm at the point now where I know at some point, probably within the next year or two, that at least one or two of ours are probably going to go, and I don't know how I'm going to deal with this situation. It's like George Carlin said famously long ago, you're buying a little tragedy.
Yes.
This is not going to end well, and we did it 8 times. We have 8 pets.
Oh, God.
We have 6 cats and 2 dogs, so we're going to have to go through this 8 times in our lives over the course of the next 10,
Oh, man.
15,
Not
20
counting
years.
if you replace them.
I was telling-
Absolutely, yeah.
I was telling Steve exactly how it was. I was going up the stairs, right to my apartment.
Wish
and
I had sad music here.
play some.
I don't have any.
You don't have nothing.
No.
No, I'm not going to try humming anything.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so I'm going up the stairs in my apartment. It's dark. You know, I don't have access to a light switch readily when I open the door. So I got the light on, the flashlight. And usually when I open up the door, I see Ray turn his head with his glowing eyes, and I can see
Cat's
him.
name is Ray, just for
Yep.
anybody who doesn't know.
So he sits. He was sitting on my bed, which is directly from my door. I'm like, okay, and it didn't open. Like I didn't see his eyes. I'm like, a little panicked because the way he was lately. I'm like, okay, maybe he's just on the chair, the chair that you got me, Steve. And so I go into the living room. No lights there. Okay. And then, I go into the bedroom, and I see his, because your eyes start adjusting to the light, the darkness, and I see the body. I'm like, okay. And it's clear that he's dead. And I'm just, no, and then tonight, hey, buddy, wake up, and nothing's going on. And I'm like, oh, boy.
yeah,
And then I switched on the light, and I didn't know this, but cats, when they die, they have the creepiest grin on their face.
I don't think all of them. Truthfully?
Yeah.
You
I
researched
Googled, I was like, why does my cat have this sinister grin on his face? Like he just got intoxicated by the Joker's laughing gas.
They've literally gone on to a better place. They're like, I'm out of this trap.
A little bit,
You know?
But I mean, so it was strange, and it's still strange to me. Like I don't know. I'm just kind of sitting here with like marshmallow feelings, like not
No, I
knowing
get it.
how to deal with this.
Yeah.
And then my smaller cat, James, he's acting weird.
Well, he knows something's.
Well,
they know something's up.
sometimes he's like, I don't care what's going on. I'm gonna push this and break that, and I don't care.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when he's just sitting, he'll think he'll hear him and just wait for him to come where he usually comes from, and he doesn't come. He's like, oh, what the hell? And he starts whining me. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And he'll go over where he died because he died on my bed. And you just go over there and just start whining. I'm like, he's gone. Deal with it. You saw me put him into a box awkwardly.
Now, where was the ceremony?
It was in a backyard behind a shed in the woods.
No, that's not bad. Did you mark,
that's
did you
what
mark it with stones and things?
Only so that animals won't dig them up.
Yeah.
So, which is just, it was, because you could pick them up by the tail, and it was like,
Right.
just
Okay.
rigor mortis.
Yeah, it's a little more than I wanted to know.
Why?
But because that's creepy, and I don't want to know about
it's
it.
still squishy, but
So
you use them as a paperweight.
yeah. No. So we're very sorry to hear the passing of the cat, and
Paperweight.
we're here for you as much as I can be. Unless if you text me while I'm in the shower, you got to give me a little bit.
Well,
Is all I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Give me a bit.
I don't understand.
I'll answer the damn phone when I get a chance and get the message.
Yes.
So more classic rock coming up. 508-531-1303. Give us a call. Let us know what you want to hear. Nazareth on deck. BIM.
The best reason to listen to WBIM on Saturday nights instead of your iPod. Size matters. The largest library of classic rock in Bridgewater is on this Saturday night soundtrack with Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, and Steve Rimmer. 91.5 WBIM.
The Kinks and 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater SNS radio show. Wrapping up another block of classic rock. Heard Sweet in there as well. Jimi Hendrix, Nazareth. It's Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, and Steve Rimmer. 6:33. Sweet.
That band is great.
Oh yeah. I mean, that and Fox on the Run is pretty much all I would play here. But,
you really don't want to know any more of their lineup.
yeah, that's enough. That's basically enough. The greatest hits, cool. That works for me.
Why?
Because
You heard some of the early stuff?
Oh, yeah, but still.
Candy.
So 508-531-1303. Give us a call. Make some requests. Let us know what you want to hear. We're doing Classic Rock until 11 o'clock. You can like us on Facebook, Saturday Night Soundtrack. You can follow us on Twitter at SN Soundtrack. And you can listen to us on YouTube, too. All of the, or most of the old shows are up there. All you have to do, search for Saturday Night Soundtrack, filter for channels. That's the important part. We'll come right up. We're right at the top. And then you can listen to hours and hours and hours and hours of
banter.
us talking.
Banter.
I mean, when you think about it, by December, you're basically going to have, I mean, with the exception of the summer vacation, of course, you're going to have basically a year's worth of shows from us, or you will have a year's worth of shows from us, because every show we could possibly be here for, we've been here for. And on that note, please remember that next week, the Saturday Night Soundtrack is not going to be on from 5 to 11. We are going to be on, well, I am going to be on from 10 to 11, unless something should happen to change. So I was talking to Pilot of the Airwaves, John Coombs, who's on before us. I was talking to him because he's the one who coordinates the whole reunion every year. Always does a great job getting everyone scheduled and trying to get everyone slots who want slots. And I told him, I said,
I like slots.
I said, I don't mind.
I'm quite partial to them, too.
I said, I don't mind coming in at 10 o'clock and doing the show and wrapping up the whole reunion. But if there are people who are potentially going to get turned away, who otherwise would have been able to do a shift at 10, I said, let me know, and I will gladly bow out of the 10 o'clock slot. Because once again, sort of the same thing as what you were saying. Driving here for a half hour from Kingston to come here for an hour and then drive back, especially at 10 o'clock at night, is a little bit much. I will be perfectly willing to do it, but if somebody else wants it, be my guest.
You do notice that we all put a thing on Messenger about we are setting off to go to the show at this point, and it was within like 2 minutes of each other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is a well synchronized, well-oiled machine.
Absolutely,
if nothing else. Jared's got a couple of things to talk to us about.
Yes.
I don't know which one you want to do first.
First off,
oh God, can I take this down?
No,
you have a microphone in front of your face. Shouting is not necessary.
Now I have two.
All right, Steve, is there anything you can do?
I can leave the room.
To help us, sir. To help us.
Contain the madness that I have.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just...
Get on with it.
Anyway, all right. So what do you guys want to hear first?
I asked you what you would rather do first. We got an announcement of some requests, and then we've also got a story about a mutual friend that you wanted to tell as well. I figured we'd tackle them both.
Go for it.
So our buddy John has his lovely mother has called again to request some more music for him.
Okay.
A block of Black Sabbath. Which will be broken up throughout the whole night.
I can understand 2 out of maybe 4 things that are written on this piece of paper. So
we'll play some of them, or all of them. Especially,
sounds like a plan to me.
Especially my favorite.
Yes.
Like they say, King Harry.
I guess we'll have to save the other stuff for later. Because the mouthpiece
timing
just came
is everything.
in talking to me about shouting. You can hear this guy coming down the hallway. Put those on. Let's go.
That's fortunate for some
just
people.
ruined everything.
Quiet is not Mikey D's middle name.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we know that.
I thought it was destruction.
Well, you don't have to agree.
I agree wholeheartedly.
All right, so we're talking gentlemen.
What's
I
going
use
on
the
with-
term loosely.
What's going on with you? What's going on with you just barging into women's rooms without knocking on the door?
I notice he's wearing a
I
tattered
am a
uniform.
maintainer extraordinaire. And don't you ever forget it.
Yeah,
Mikey D, nevermore.
So you could just sit in the some girl could be sitting in there doing her business, and then you just, I'll make a D here to clean up.
No, that is not how we operate. That will not happen.
But from the story Jared just told, it's kind of how you did operate.
Yeah,
you just sort of walked
because
in.
I knew nobody was in there at that time.
What if one of us had brought a lady friend and she was using the
Yeah.
facilities?
What about
If I
then?
wasn't there before she was.
What? No, I'm saying if you had gone in and she was
No.
already in there, how would you know?
Yeah, you don't knock on the door,
I
pal.
would have.
He probably look at the videotape first.
Okay, Rob, you're a chick. You're in there squatting, right? Well, I don't know anybody's in there or not. I open up the door and you hear this. Maintain, anybody in there?
No,
And if
no.
you don't hear a response, you wait a few seconds. No response. You go in there and do what you got to do. If
Nope.
you hear a response, sorry, be back later. Plain and simple.
I heard nothing of the sort.
Probably because I knew nobody was in there, and the whole place was.
This could go round and round for hours.
'Cause-
I could throw out my.
Oh, now we got to be quiet. Anyway, so we're going to play a block of music for our buddy John.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a couple of Black Sabbath songs.
Yep.
We're gonna pepper them throughout the show, and
Pepper them throughout the show.
it's gonna be fantastic. And I'm glad you mentioned that he was moved that we had talked about stuff last week, and I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that we touched the listeners
Yeah, and I just want to say again,
purely over the radio.
never feel like you're alone.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
It's easy to feel that you do, or that it's easy even to feel that you're with people
And just think about it.
because of Facebook. But
Right.
you know,
If you're
Reach out, call
if you're
somebody.
a woman and you think you're alone, maybe you're not, because Mikey D could be
Mikey
coming
D's
in.
lurking.
Mikey D!
he's lurking around the corner. Anyway,
Do you want to tell?
story?
I was gonna say, do you want to tell the other story?
Yep, the
while
other
he's
story. So
occupied?
a mutual person that we used to work with, our good listener Susan Hayes.
Yeah, she's
You've been called out.
She's called the show before, and we
Yep.
put her on the air.
So the story goes is that she thought she was having a heart attack,
Okay.
and so
I thought this was going to be amusing, but so far it's not.
No, wait for it. So she thought she was having a heart attack. So she left work early, and she drove. Can you shut that door? So you can just listen. So what she thought she could do is she drove home. She went home and picked up her Kindle, some other little things for the hospital, and then she drove from the store to her home to then the hospital.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just to find out that she just took too much Advil.
No, that's not good. I didn't realize that too much Advil would end up doing that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
So, but like ultimately, it's just like, why would you like not just be like, oh, I'm having a heart attack, my heart hurts. Let me just hang on. Let me just go get my Kindle.
Yeah.
My first thing would be like, I have to go to the hospital.
Well, my favorite story regarding you and Susan and Kindles is the time you told her that you dropped a book on the floor, and you know what happened? You picked it up and started reading it again.
That's pretty. I think Mikey just got in trouble.
Hey, Hicksville,
Yeah. All right.
I gotta run across the street. I'll be back.
All right.
Oh,
Oh.
As MacArthur once said, I
Yeah.
shall return.
I hope not.
What was the other story?
This is the exciting stuff that goes on here at the camp. It's not really exciting at
Yeah,
all. He
no.
probably shouldn't have come up here at the time he
Didn't
did,
you
and
have
now he's going to.
another story about? Oh, was that it for Target?
No, that was it. That was it.
Oh.
Other than that, they're hurting for people.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, they're hurt. It's bad.
Really?
Yeah, real bad. Like they don't even know how they're gonna do it.
Oh, and they're coming into the busy season.
Yeah. Well, and then apparently they're having a I don't know why we're talking about this on the radio. Nobody cares.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, we'll be
talk
talking
about it
about
later.
Target later on
Yeah.
in the show, too.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. So,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
All right. Were you there for a gentleman there? You know?
I can't really.
No.
Oh,
All
God.
right,
I've got
there's-
headphones on, dear.
God,
sir.
you melon.
Yeah.
All right, so there was a guy I used to work with right at Target when I was there the first time. And I'm not saying any names, so I'm safe.
sure.
So he came from California. He was a nice guy, great guy. We got along together, just like how I am with you guys. Good, always chatted. And then one day, two guys in suits in the Stadies came in.
Oh.
Well,
Where is Bloop? Well, we don't know. He's probably somewhere. he's got to come with us. We got to find him. So then we had to hunt in the store for him.
Huh.
Because he was then hiding in the store.
Wow.
And then they apprehended him, and they took him out. And everybody started asking questions. What's going on? And obviously, we're not going to tell you guys. It got out, because that's how it is. And what he did is he went into the ladies' room.
Oh, I remember this.
Yes.
Yes.
On Mikey D! Yeah, he went to the changing room.
Oh, okay.
In Macy's. And he just derobed and just started going. Rolling the dice. You know what I mean?
Was he insane?
No, he was just waiting for someone to open the door. Because then he was picked up on similar charges in California, but he skipped town and came to Massachusetts.
Oh, awesome!
Got a job here,
Well done, Target.
Yes, absolutely.
Well screened.
Yeah. Can you give us a little teaser of our conversation again later on? That's the part that I love. Woohoo! Yes, woohoo! Yes, with the British accent besides.
That just means I got to get myself a British.
You don't know about this, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, it'll be a complete surprise. We're going to wait a couple. We're waiting a few hours, but
we have to.
Rest assured, it will be covered.
That's writing a list.
I know what it's for.
Covered well.
I know what it's
Anyway.
well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wish I had that stupid PSA in here, but at any rate, if you feel like you're in trouble, call somebody.
Yes.
After we've just been hilarious for like 5 minutes.
Well, I'm just saying,
seriously.
or you just, if you feel like you're in trouble, like you feel like you're down in the dumps, and like things are real bad, like call a radio show and request a song.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll play it for you.
Exactly.
As long as it's classic rock, we'll play it for you.
I don't care what it is. I'll play it for you if you're are having a rough time and you're in a room by yourself with some sharp instruments.
I'm gonna go.
I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm just saying.
Right. I'm just gonna say know the format of the show you're calling, and make sure you request stuff that's classic rock. So far, everything that's been requested, I got no problem with whatsoever.
Except for that one that bring the noise.
Yeah, we're not doing that ever again. That was a mistake. That was a mistake I made early on when I was just trying to please everyone, and now I'm just sort of like, F it. We're going to draw some lines in the sand here.
Someone called in, and I took the call, and they're like, hey, can you play Anthrax, Bring the Noise? And to me,
it's a great song.
It's a great song, and it's a song that's considered classic.
Yeah.
It's not classic rock.
Right? And it rocks, and it's classic. So let's play it, and Rob, being the sheltered child that he is, he was like, I don't know what this is. Okay, play it. Bring the noise. No, why is this happening?
Oh, I didn't know what was going on. It was like your second show here, too. It might have even been the first. I'm not even entirely sure.
He's like, why did you accept that?
Yeah.
Because it's a classic song. I mean, like, they could have brought in, like, Caught in a Mosh Pit. That's another good song.
Started seriously debating why I had Jared on the program at that point, and we're only talking 1 or 2 shows in, a couple hours here and there, and whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
So, new block of classic rock coming up. Give us a call, 508-531-1303. Get a double shot of U2 next.
The Saturday Night Soundtrack with Rob Hicks is on 91.5 WBIM. Bridgewater's weekend all-request classic rock experience.
Bill Nelson, 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. SNS Radio Show. Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer, Mikey D is back. And that last track from Bill Nelson was another deep cut from Steve. Is there anything you can... I was taking a look at Bill Nelson's sort of background. He's an English musician, obviously, and was kind of looking at some of his career stuff online, but it didn't look like, unless I was missing something, did he ever play with any like big bands at certain points, or did he seem to always do his own thing?
No, he was with... his first big band was Bebop Deluxe.
Bebop Deluxe, okay.
Ships in the
When
Night.
I heard that name, Bill Nelson, I'm saying, the same Bill Nelson from Bebop Deluxe?
Yes, it was.
Going back in the late 70s, I remember.
And then he had a second band after Bebop split up called Red Noise. And then he went on to do a lot of film work, a lot of theatre work. And he has a huge catalogue of his own recordings. He still records to this day. He has his own studio.
Looks like this album was 1998.
Yeah.
It looks like. So, thank you, Steve.
No problem.
And
it's fun to hear it.
Mikey D, everything all right?
Everything's cool.
Okay, good.
On the
it's-
Western Front.
No, it's not. Don't forget your two-way.
You know what's freaking me out is that Mikey D's not wearing a red shirt.
Yeah, but he has a Bridgewater shirt on.
He does have a Bridgewater shirt, and his shirts always say Bridgewater on them, but the lack of it being red is disturbing to me.
Yes.
Yeah, what's up with that, pal?
Because I'm wearing a black T-shirt that says BSU on it. You got a problem with that?
Yeah, I do.
Think so.
I do.
Isn't it blue?
It's kind of dark.
It's like a navy
Black.
blue.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's blue.
It's blue.
That's a dark blue, like midnight blue.
No, it's not. This is pure black.
It does
black.
It looks like a midnight blue, pal. Okay.
If only the listening audience out there.
We just
had
mentioned two
visuals.
colors. We just mentioned two colors, right?
We
black and blue.
That's
Now you know
what
where I'm
Jared's
coming
gonna
from?
be, yeah.
I don't know where you're coming from.
Hey, speaking
Halfway house, most like.
Speaking
All
of,
right, let's
speaking of
go.
black,
I don't know.
I want Greg Black to call in. I also want. I would like Greg Gray to call in, and I cannot tell you how much I wish here in the college radio land we had the capacity to put two callers on the line at the same time.
Oh, that would be interesting.
It would be very interesting. Unfortunately, we don't have the capacity for it.
One of them will call my cell phone, and then I'll just,
I mean, if one of them called your cell phone, I could technically hook your cell phone up in here, but you're not giving your number over the air again, so don't even. It's not. That's
I've
just
done
not gonna
that.
happen.
I've done that twice now.
I know you. I know you have. And what has happened? Nothing.
Nothing. Unfortunately, not. I was like, I'm in college town. Someone's gonna call my number. Nobody
Nope.
calls.
Did not happen.
Nobody.
So, Mikey D, how has your week been?
Very steady, as usual.
Yes. Any goings on the campus for Halloween coming up in a couple of weeks? Anything we should
Not that I
know
know.
about?
There probably is, but I just don't know of anything going on at this moment. with
Since
2 weeks
Bloody
left.
pumpkins.
Since Halloween night, we are actually going to be here because Halloween night's a Saturday,
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah,
true.
that's right.
and
That's true.
here we will be. So, I was just wondering if anything was going on, but it sounds like probably, at least if not, it's not to your knowledge.
Oh, I know. I got the information from Johnny Coombs earlier that his show is going to feature, Halloween-type scary, spooky music.
Oh, I've got some of that.
And apparently our show will too.
Yes.
Yes, it will. It's a merciful fate, I think.
Oh, I got even better than that.
Some misfits in Nick Cave.
Why do I still trust Steve's taste over yours?
Well, he
some reason?
likes merciful fate.
Yeah.
Okay, if you know what, but I have to check with him first. I look at Steve first, and I go, "Is this something I actually want to play?" And then Steve gives me a yay or nay, and then we move on from there. Mikey D's brought up an album as he does always, and you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, Danny Joe Brown, original lead vocalist for Molly Hatchet for, I think, their first 2 albums. Then after that, he left and formed his own band called Danny Joe Brown and the Danny Joe Brown Band.
A lot of good that did him, huh? Because I never heard of the guy.
Yeah, I know
He
that.
died early on, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few years back.
I would have too if I really.
So, so I picked out a couple of songs from it. I figured I'd look in deep in the archives. Southern Rock archives, that is, of course. Southern Rock Rules. Mr. Budgie.
Well, I don't know.
Where are you going with this?
I'm not a fan of Budgie either, but I don't understand why it
What are you
needs to
talking
be
about?
dragged through the.
You love
That's
Budgie.
cool. They're cool. They get some good riffs.
Yeah.
I heard it.
He came in at the beginning of the semester telling a story about how he was listening to some sort of satellite ham radio or something, and they were playing some. They played some Budgie. And
Yeah,
DJ
it was,
came on and said that was Budgie.
on my shortwave radio.
Yeah, that's what it was. I just couldn't think of what you were listening to at the
So
time.
Danny Joe Brown did a couple of albums and then eventually found his way back again to Molly Hatchet.
It's shortwave.
All right, yeah. Boom, boom. Mr. Comedian over here.
Nobody else out there has the visual. That's totally fine.
Doesn't he have a new day job now?
Yes.
But he doesn't have a Saturday night job other than this one.
Yeah, they're being very good. They're not putting me on any Saturday nights so I can be here.
I mean,
Isn't that nice?
the term Saturday night is, or the term job is pretty loose because we don't pay you anything.
No.
Nobody pays me anything either, so
Yep.
it's totally fine. The only one of us, ironically, actually getting paid here to be tonight,
Jared.
Mikey D.
I just paid Jared.
Well, that's true. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think this is it, though, right? I think we're good. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So
All right. So, Danny Joe Brown Band. What's the name of this album? I had the sleeve and I don't have it anymore.
It sounded better when it came out of an animal's ass.
What did?
No, that's the name of the album, Danny Joe Brown. I don't think there's a name
okay,
for
it's
it.
just the
his
name of the
first
band,
album
all
he
right.
did solo with his new band.
And this is the first track off the off the first album. I don't know what's wrong with you, sir. What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know.
It's a question I ask myself on a weekly, if not bi-weekly, almost daily basis, but I still got to ask.
That was damn good, though.
Isn't he a Freemason?
Yes.
Yeah, what are you going to do about it, pal?
I can tell by that lovely attire you're wearing.
Yeah, I'm wearing a suit. We already established that. Where were you? Oh, that's right. Plunging toilets.
Oh, my God.
And wiping down urinals, if you really want to know.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, by the way.
I'm not.
No offense. None taken.
I
All right,
did.
so we're going to kick it with Southern Rock.
Yes, we're going to kick it with Southern Rock.
Hey, Joel, if you're out there, give us a call, and maybe we'll play some more Blue Oyster Cult for you. Molly Hatchet, Sundance.
There you
Coming
go.
at you.
Danny Joe Brown Band, Sundance. SNS on BIM. Give us a call, 508-531-1303. Doing classic rock till 11 o'clock. Aerosmith is on 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. SNS radio show wrapping up a block of classic rock in there. Heard Eric Clapton, Queen, Tom Petty, Motley Crue. Kicked it all off with some Danny Joe Brown Band off vinyl, brought in courtesy of Mikey D. Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer at 7:36. And,
Dinner time.
yep, for some of us.
Yes. Sorry.
So sandwiches have arrived. Mine was not at all what I ordered, and I would have toughed it out, except for the fact that Jared seemed even more incensed about it than I was going to be. I was going to live with it because what I had ordered was a steak and cheese with some extra American cheese and raw onions and just the way I like it, right? And what I got was a cheeseburger sub that had lettuce and tomato on it. Mm-hmm. Not a fan of the lettuce and tomato part. Would have probably gotten past that. Still eating the cheeseburger part, but Jared was he was offended
because the thing for me is I hate paying for something I didn't want.
No, I understand. I totally understand.
You know what I mean? The more reason why I hate shopping online.
Here we go.
But I mean, at the end, that's not what I asked for.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's like, what I wanted is third base, and what I got was first base.
Well, that's life, sir.
You know what I mean?
Like a lot of us guys want third base and end up with first base.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could have gotten a little further away from what you wanted, but
no, I know.
Extra cheese, and then you got extra lettuce.
Right, and I would have dealt with it and I would have eaten it, but my understanding is that another sandwich is on the way, hopefully without spit in it, and I will be able to partake in that whenever it arrives. We're here until 11 o'clock, so
I'm going to mention
they've
this.
got some time.
It took them 45 minutes to get this to us.
Right.
So,
yeah. I got some combos in my bag and some corn nuts. Maybe I could start on those like apples.
Corn nuts, sir?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh.
My corn nuts are delicious, and maybe I could start on those as an appetizer until the food arrives. So 508-531-1303. Give us a call. Let us know what you want to hear. And, if you request some Aerosmith, maybe we'll play some, I don't know, maybe we'll play some Tom Petty for you, or The Who.
There you go.
Or, some Bob Dylan, if you'd like. Because tonight's the night where you just order something and you just get whatever the heck they feel like giving you.
Exactly.
It's like roulette. It's great. It's sort of the same as when you go in and you get coffee. Have I gone on my coffee rant before?
Possibly.
Oh, Jesus. So here's my thing about coffee. First of all, when you go into...
This, by the way, is why I don't buy coffee outside of the house.
Here's the thing, right? Now,
wait, you buy coffee inside the house?
I buy coffee and take it to my house, and I brew it in my house.
So the coffee part itself it's sort of, it should be you have one job, and it is to get my coffee order right. And you're not making a whole bunch of... Because if you ever go in and look at how they do coffee orders... You go into a place like a Mary Lou's or a Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, and they're not typically, there's not one person, there's not a bunch of people making the coffees. Like you go to Mary Lou's, they take your order, they go back, they're the person making the coffee, they're making one at a time. So whether I say, if I say skim milk and sugar, if I say skim milk, no sugar, you should be able to handle the concept and get it right. Because how difficult is it? If I want a large iced, don't give me a large hot. It's pretty basic.
Agreed.
Not that complicated.
Apparently it is.
People seem to F it up all the time. And the other thing that drives me nuts, and this is part of why I hate going into Dunkin' Donuts in the first place, is you go into a Dunkin' Donuts and they think they're being expedient by, sort of moving the line along a little bit because they'll have the person who's not at the cash register. They're sort of standing behind the coffee cups over here. Mm-hmm. They're peeking out over the counter at you saying, "Can I help you?" And I know this person can't help me because I don't want any of your gross coffee because your coffee sucks. Mm-hmm. I'm not here for your coffee. I'm here to get a sandwich. Maybe I want some hash browns or a muffin. That's really what I want. I want food items. I don't want anything that you can get me. So I always preface with, and I've learned to do this because I've started to give a complete order and then they go, "Oh, do you want coffee?" "No, I want the things I'm asking for." "Oh, I'm just doing coffee." Yeah. Okay, well, then you probably should have prefaced with that and said, if anybody's getting coffee, I can help you. Mm-hmm. If you're getting food, please continue to wait in the line.
Please go away.
How difficult is it? The other thing that drives me absolutely bananas is the fact that you'll go up to the counter, and then the person who's manning the cash register is clearly preoccupied with something. They're refilling cups over here. They're doing, they're opening up a package or something, and they're like, "Can I help you?" And they're over here, and I can tell they're in no position to maintain my order in their head. Mm-hmm. So I wait. And they're like, "Go ahead." "No, because you're not." So I start to talk, and then they're like, "Wait, hold on. All right, you told me to..." I specifically waited because I didn't want you to half-ass this and not pay attention to what the hell I'm saying. I'm trying to place an order. Please just pay attention or tell me to wait. I can wait. I've been waiting in this line for 5 minutes. I can wait for another 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. Just don't dovetail it and try to multitask and do three things at once because you're obviously not capable of it.
Nope.
Rant over.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good one, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give 5 points for that one.
Out of how many?
100.
Okay.
You weren't quite animated.
What do I have to do? I'm tired and I'm hungry. I'm too tired to be animated. What do I have to do to get 100 points? Do I have to break stuff?
Oh, you would have to break stuff. Yes,
okay.
Indeed.
Good. Well, that's good to know.
Necessarily somebody's head. Which I'm in a better position to do than you are at this point.
Probably.
He drops his salad all over his suit.
Uh-huh. The classy operation, let me tell you what. We are all over this. Let's get into some more classic rock so at least some of us can eat.
No, I'm sorry. There's so much static.
I don't know what's going on in the live stream.
Oh, God.
This is terrible.
Wow.
Peter George is freaking out somewhere. Like, what's happening? Static! Yeah, I guess he was trying to get the... By the way, we didn't mention this all night tonight, but livestream.com or the Livestream app, which is free in the iTunes and Google Play stores, you can listen to WBIM there. You just have to search for it, and it comes right up. And you don't have buffering, you don't have any of that junk, and it just works. And Peter George was
No static!
Peter George was doing some work today to get everything up and running again for the live stream. And from what I understand, everything sounds beautiful except when Jared talks. So that's at least a partial period of the time for which we're grateful. Yeah. So here's more classic rock for you.
There we go.
There we go.
Right. My food's delicious. I don't know about Rob's.
That's great. SNS on BIM.
Hitting the bars or hitting the books. We'll make your night rock with Rob Hicks and Bridgewater's Saturday Night Soundtrack on 91.5 WBIM.
It's the Blues Brothers 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. SNS radio show. Rob Hicks here. Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer. It's 8:05.
Unfortunately, I'm still here, so you're going to have to deal with it.
I'm just going to have to handle it. He's still here. And I've been able to eat. My food is great now that I've got it. That's fantastic.
Oh, man. Can we just drop that?
I'm just saying. I figured you'd want to know that once I finally got the sandwich, that it was good.
Good. Was it up to normal standards?
What's that?
Is it as you would normally get it, or was it warmer because it had to be rushed here?
I feel like the temperature of it. I feel the preparation of it. I think everything is pretty much right in order. So,
good.
So I was happy with that. So call us up 508-531-1303. We're doing classic. You're right.
Yeah, I'm fine. Good.
You can give me a signal and I can turn the mics off.
Oh, I didn't know I could.
Yeah, please do. As a matter of fact.
So going forward, the signal.
508-531-1303. Call us up. Let us know what you want to hear. We're doing classic rock until 11 o'clock. Heard some Black Sabbath in that last block for John. We're going to hear some more Black Sabbath this hour for him. We're just kind of sprinkling the requests in throughout the night. Make your request part of it, too. You can like us on Facebook, Saturday Night Soundtrack, and you can also follow us on Twitter at SN Soundtrack. Don't forget about the YouTube channel. Search for Saturday Night Soundtrack. Filter for channels. And we will be right there.
Hey, actually, speaking of that, there is a slight still issue with looking for us on YouTube.
Why?
When I go and suggest it to people, I can't find you. I'm like, we got to go and do SN soundtrack. I don't understand.
Not on YouTube, you don't.
Well, it's difficult.
It's not. You search for Saturday Night Soundtrack and you filter for channels. It's the easiest thing in the world, as a matter of fact.
Well, maybe I didn't tell him to filter for channels.
Well, tell them to. I say week after week that this is the most important part. Steve says week after week it's the most important part. Steve's got it down.
Yeah.
Steve has no problem.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Get with technology, sir. Just get with the program.
I'm a ludicent.
A Luddite?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
A Luddite.
Sounded more like ludicent.
Someone gave me a letter at the office because we hand out these little things that says like do you want this particular service, and then they write I'm a Luddite.
And they actually give you a letter?
Yeah. They gave me a letter that said so, and then I'm supposed to I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? And I showed it to my coworker, and they didn't know what it was, so they had to Google it, and they're like, oh, that just means someone that doesn't like technology.
Well, that would be you.
Well,
and it's weird. You're a dichotomy, though, because there are certain things about technology that you seem to love, and then there are certain things that I don't understand why you have not embraced them. Internet shopping is one of them.
I hate it. I mean, I use eBay.
It is the most convenient thing in the world.
I use eBay. I'm not, enamored by it. I still hate it because I sit there and, I order something and they have my money and it's like 2 weeks and I'm like, oh, where's my stuff? And then it finally shows up and it might be, broken. I'm like, oh, God. And then I call them or email them and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll send it back. 2 weeks later and then another 2 weeks. It's like a whole month just to get my money back or the product. Good example, I bought something off eBay. It's been something I've been looking for the last 15 years, right? Good, great price, I'll buy it, screw it. And I bought it, right? Guy's sends me a message 2 weeks later, maybe 3 weeks later, because I was like, where's my product? Where's the thing? Oh, well, I broke it when I was cleaning it. So, I'll give you back your money.
Well, I think part of the problem is the sellers that you're interacting with.
I bought from him 100 times before.
Oh, okay. Well,
and I know he's listening to the show, so I'm talking to you, Peter.
Well, then it was just a fluke. So that's not you can't hang that on internet shopping, sir.
Oh,
the whole idea of internet shopping is just so convenient. That you can't. Oh, it is.
It's not.
I internet shop for my bed. So the Back to the Future thing, by the way, is this week.
That is this week.
So Wednesday night, Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, all at once.
Going to be playing it. Well, not simultaneously.
Yeah.
Are going to be playing at the AMC, the Braintree Cinemas, the AMC Cinemas up in Braintree. Tickets are still available. You can go on Fandango. You can order them, and you can reserve seats on there.
Do you know who's going to be sitting next to you?
I have absolutely no idea. All I know is that I get the seat dead center in the friggin' theater, and that's really all I care about. I was trying to get this guy to go with me. I extended the offer again, and then he comes back, and he's like, I don't, meh.
It's so hard. It's so hard, man. I just started the job. And I already taken off all this time because of my medical.
I understand.
I was just telling Steve, though, I just might play hooky on that day. I'm sick.
Well, yeah, but you got to tell me because remember that
I thought I told you.
The whole plan hinges on me being able to, and which I don't even know if I can at this point. I'm trying to figure out because we probably should sit together in the same area. You know what I'm saying? If we sit together, that makes because otherwise it's like we're going into the theater and the thing, and then we're sitting in separate seats, and then we can talk to each other in between. But then, you know what I mean? So I would have to cancel my tickets online that I've already got, or ticket. Actually, it's tickets because they sold 3 separate tickets for each movie. It's separate ticketing for each
Semantics.
film. Yeah. So I would have to cancel my tickets and then reorder tickets 2 together to make sure that they're in the same spot. So you got to let me know if you're going to do that or not.
Well, that goes back to the phone issue that I had this week. So.
No, I understand that. But I'm saying.
So I'm telling you now then. I thought I told you on the phone. No, I'm telling you now.
So are you definitely doing that then?
I don't know. Do I have the cojones?
Oh my God. Steve, do you know what the word. Can you explain to him what the word definitely means? Because I'm trying here.
Do I have the cojones to call out of a job?
All right, here's what you're going to do, right? If you decide to go, which I still want you to do, you're on your own for the ticket. I'm not canceling a ticket to try to figure if you're like, man, I don't know, man, maybe I don't know if I had to get the Coney's, man. Just if you're gonna do it, then tell me you're gonna do it.
Yep.
But then order your tickets online.
Yep.
We will meet up at the theater. We'll have a grand time.
Yep.
We can't talk to each other in the movie anyway because that's rude. So we can meet back up after. You know, we can film.
We could do what that guy, my friend, our mutual friend, who I would go to the theater with sometimes to go see, and we can go and do the way he does it, where it's like.
That probably doesn't play too well on radio.
Yeah, no, it doesn't play too well on the radio at all. That was a fist bump mime for anybody who doesn't know what was going on. And what I'm saying is we can't actually do that if we're not sitting together.
No, this is true. You know what I've experienced too at the Braintree Theater?
What's that?
They do these reserved seatings.
Yeah.
But when you actually get inside the cinema,
Yeah.
nobody cares.
Okay.
It's a free-for-all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
FYI, pal.
because I've never done this before. Well, but that makes it even better though, because that way, if you end up doing this and you order your tickets online, you got to reserve whatever seat you're going to reserve.
Yeah.
But then if we get to the thing and then we can sit together, then all the better.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying that. If we can sit together, all the better. What am I talking about?
I don't know. This is why I'm staying quiet on this
like,
one.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is hypocrite. Just figure out what you're doing, sir.
Yeah.
And then just
Oh, no,
let me
that's
know.
what I'm trying to...
But I think what I'm going to end up
what I'm
doing
trying to do.
is I think I'm going to end up just not. I'm going to keep the ticket that I've got. If you end up doing it, great. And then just buy your tickets online. Let me know you're doing that. And then we'll meet up. And then that'll be the deal. What is happening? Are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
Okay, so behind you is a speaker.
Yeah.
On top of another speaker.
Sure.
Hilariously.
Yeah.
Well, that speaker back there is the perfect size for the advertisement over here.
Yeah. Okay.
And so when I'm looking at you, it looks like it's on the other speaker, and it's the reflection. And I don't know.
Do you understand how glass works and reflections? Are you all right? Like, this is common physics and science, sir. I don't understand
I get it. I'm just saying. I was just trying to make it like fit a little bit better because it's just off by a hair. So I just thought if I just kind of find like the sweet spot, and I could just like my OCD's kicking in. It's like just off just a bit.
Yeah, my OCD's kicking in too, and you're about to get cut off so that we can play some music that people actually want to hear.
There you go.
I think people. I think people like us. How many people like view our videos?
I don't know, and I don't know how many of those are like me viewing the videos because, as we both know, my wife comes home and I'm listening to ourselves.
Yeah,
you know.
I think people actually like listening to our banter.
I hope they do. Give me feedback and let me know if they do.
I will.
How's
I'll
that?
also let you know what's happening.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that next, actually. As a matter of fact, that reminds me, at 8:35, we're going to have a conversation. So,
Okay, good.
Look forward to that. In the meantime, another big classic rock block coming up. Going to kick it off with another one of those songs that once I heard a live version of this song, it just ruined the studio version for me forever. And the live's coming up next. BIM.
Bridgewater's Saturday night soundtrack with Rob Hicks is all request. Call 508-531-1303. The classic is our parts. What we rock is up to you.
AC/DC is on 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. Saturday night soundtrack, Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer coming up on 8:36.
Hello.
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 Call us up, 508-531-1303. Let us know what you want to hear. We're doing classic rock until 11 o'clock. We'll get your song on for you. You can like us on Facebook, Saturday Night Soundtrack. You can follow us on Twitter at SN Soundtrack. And if you look for us on YouTube, all you got to do is search for Saturday Night Soundtrack and then filter for channels. Pretty simple process. Please do so exactly as we've instructed, and you'll have hours and hours of entertainment at your fingertips. And when I say entertainment, I mean just us talking.
That's
But
entertainment.
that's what you got. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what else is entertaining?
What's that?
Do you give a shit about a t-shirt?
What is going on?
My cat died.
Oh, here we go. What went on before that?
I went into the store that we had agreed on to go into to see if they had a package of 10 T-shirts. They do not have a package of 10 T-shirts. The closest that you can get is an 8-pack, which is a 6-pack with 3 extra shirts in there.
That would be 9.
That's
then.
9.
Yeah.
No, they include, because it's a 5-pack. Plus 3 is
So
8.
so it's a 5-pack plus 3. It's not a 6-pack
which
plus 3.
if I remember correctly, retails roughly at $12, $14.
Can you explain to me why this is a holdup again?
I don't know, because I thought it would just be easier just to go in, just to stroll into like Job Lot and be like, "Hi, I'd like to purchase 10 T-shirts." Not a problem. There you go.
But if we at the worst case scenario, if we have to buy it, honestly, like if we had to buy, like a certain number of packages of 8 or 9 or whatever the hell comes in the packs, because now I'm confused. But
I am too.
Whatever, if we had to buy however many we needed to buy to get as close as we could to 100, and then just buy a few extra to make up the difference, I really don't care, because what difference does it make at that point?
No, I'm just trying to do some penny pinching.
Okay, but what about?
Only because, like, if we're gonna be going in for $100 for this whole thing, it shouldn't be $100 plus another $100, because then it's $200.
Why would it be 100 plus 100?
Because it's gonna cost. Because I'm talking about the cost of the T-shirts.
No, I get that, but I'm saying, why would it be plus 100? You're getting, if you're still buying the 8 as it has to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get what.
It's all right. It makes sense in my head.
Okay.
And that's all that matters.
No, it's not, because it's not happening. I'm wondering, what do you need from us? What's the next step that we need to take
I don't know, maybe some other suggestions on where to go to get some T-shirts at a decent rate.
Steve, do you have any input here? Because I'm just saying, let's just buy the packs of the 8s, however many it takes to add up to 100.
All right, so then we'll buy the packs of 8. 3 each.
Okay.
Of 8.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And then whatever it costs to fill up that other gap.
Sure.
Right? So, all right, so then one of us is going to buy 2 packets of 8.
Are these assorted sizes in these packages, or just one size?
We'll make it one size. We'll make it extra large.
I think
we
we've
made
decided to just go ahead with XL.
Yeah, so we'll do extra
XL
large
makes sense.
on 4 packages of 8.
You know what else is disconcerting to me?
What's that?
Is that I haven't seen. I mean, I've seen the photo. Like, is the photo? Is that like the one you sent me? Is that like the final photo? Is that?
Yeah,
Is that the mock-up that you... I remember when Brendan was here, you were talking about having mock-ups, and I didn't know if that's what that was.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Okay,
it's just that it's not going to be on the A shirt.
No.
Because that's an A shirt that you see,
yes,
commonly known as a beater shirt.
Yes, I understand.
And, you know, this is a politically correct show, so
no, it's not.
We won't use that language.
It isn't at all. It's not even close.
Sorry, so there you go. There you go. There's the final answer. We will get 8-pack. We'll get.
I feel like there's not a final answer here at all.
There's a final. Just
feel like this is going to get dogged for another week.
We're gonna listen, right? We're gonna get. Write this down so you know, because I know, right?
It's being recorded too, so that's good.
Good. So we will get the package of 8 T-shirts.
Package of 8. Okay.
T-shirts, right?
Yep.
We'll get 4 of them.
Okay. So
because
32 shirts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then I will make the rest happen.
I don't understand what I don't
rest?
understand what the rest part is, because we were getting 30 for 100.
Yeah.
If we get 4 packs of 8, we get 32 shirts. We get 2 extra shirts. We're fine. We're covered.
Oh yeah. So the rest just happens, means that they go down to Providence, and then they get taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what the rest is.
So then that's fine then.
Yeah. I thought we were going to talk about Target.
There's 3 of us. There's 3 of us. We each, I'll pick up the extra pack. I don't care.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Great.
We'll just get that done.
Good.
But if you don't buy your pack this week,
then we have an extra pack. Good.
If you don't buy the pack this week, you're off the program. I don't know what else to tell you. We need to make this happen. I've been looking for this since January.
Oh, okay, good.
It was happening.
I don't know. Drugs.
God. 508-531-1303. We got fans out there like Nate, who
wants a T-shirt, who never calls.
Right, he never calls. He jumped on. He liked the Saturday Night Soundtrack on Facebook, and then took the time to actually post to our wall that he still wants his "Don't Be a Richard" T-shirt, and then nothing.
Yeah.
Tumbleweeds.
Maybe that's why I'm delaying on this.
Well, no, you can't just delay. You can't just delay for one guy that doesn't call, sir. Do it for me. How's that?
Yeah, I'll do it for you.
Do it for okay, good. Yeah. So, how do you guys feel about Playboy not doing nude photos anymore? Starting at the beginning of the year.
I'm fine with that.
January 2016. They're not going to. Apparently, they believe that people actually buy the magazine for the articles.
Yep.
And they're not going to no more nude photo spreads in Playboy.
That's kind of good news.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't understand how it's lasted so long. Anyway.
No, not when you just hop on the interweb.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't get classy photos.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
get anything.
I mean,
you want.
if stuff's out there, I'm sure you can probably get it.
Probably.
But I mean, there's probably fewer and fewer celebrities who are kind of like wanting to waste.
Oh
their time
yeah,
with
but
that.
I mean, like then you also get like some of them that they're hounding the celebrities for, like, oh come on, Taylor Swift, we will give you like $4 million to go nude on our magazine. She's like, no,
pay her some money not to do it.
yeah, well, maybe.
I think I'm all set.
Maybe, I don't know. Sherry Finn though, that was a good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
Twin Peaks.
Yes. All right.
Anyway, so what's this Target business?
What Target business?
You guys were like,
We'll get to it later. We'll get to it in the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
okay,
Trust me on this.
prime time talk.
It's
No,
kind of
it's
9
not.
o'clock type stuff.
That's exactly what the issue is. It is not
Exactly.
primetime talk whatsoever.
No, I mean right now is prime time talk, so that's prime time TV.
Yeah, no, I get you. It's just not. So we're going to do some more classic rock. We got a couple more requests. We still got some Black Sabbath coming up for John, so we're going to hear another one of those songs in the next block. And anything else anybody else wants to hear? What's that?
Oh, I'll come in there and talk to you.
Oh, yeah, good. And then going to get something on from Steve as well within the next block.
Well, I'm going to join him on this one
Okay.
because this guy's phenomenal,
Oh, good.
and his son died.
Yes.
Which is here's the thing. Let me just I'll tell you about this.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Quickly.
Nick Cave had twins, right?
Yep.
Both boys.
Okay.
One of them died.
That's sad. Next classic rock block coming.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
just how screwed up would that be? You know, like his your kid died, and oh, that's sad and depressing and all that other stuff. But then, like, you're walking through the halls, like, oh, hey, oh, damn. You know, it's not Johnny. It's Stevie. You're like, crap.
It was two boys.
Yeah, it was two boys.
Okay.
So they look exactly alike.
Were they identical twins?
Yeah, and one of them died.
Oh, okay. How old were they when the one died?
It was just like over the summer.
How old were they?
Oh,
is my
I don't know,
question.
like 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like.
So old. I don't mean this to sound wrong. This is going to sound so bad. Old enough that they would have had characteristics by then that you would have been able to see that they were identical. Because all babies look alike.
yeah, no,
is
no,
my
yeah,
point.
yeah.
So it wouldn't be like it's positively spooky.
Yeah, from what
because they've got features that you can discern. Oh, hey, these are identical twins. Oh, hey, one's not here anymore.
Yeah, and then it's.
No, they're older than 10.
Oh, how old are they?
I don't know. I'm looking it up.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't,
But at any rate, I mean, that's got to screw with your head.
That's messed up. And on that note,
Here we go. Classic rock.
here's some more classic rock. Got the tubes coming up.
Do we have a twofer coming?
No, we don't. We just got the tubes.
Because that would have gone good with the conversation that we just had.
It would.
You ruined it.
Very disrespectful.
You murdered the twin.
SNS on BIM.
Got questions? Ask a Freemason. Just make sure you have a comfy chair, plenty of snacks, and at least a few hours to spare for when he actually starts talking. Jared Barbetta is on this Saturday night soundtrack on BIM.
Bruce Springsteen, 91.5. WBIM Bridgewater. SNS radio show, born in the USA. Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta across from me. Steve Rimmer will be back momentarily.
He was born here.
No, he was not. Well, that's why he's not in the room, because it doesn't apply to him. That's all.
That's why he left the room. Oh,
He's like,
Born in the USA,
He's like, born in the
I'm out.
USA. I don't have to listen to this crap.
I don't need that.
that was quick.
He's like, are we going up? Steve just, I'm like, well, we're playing the first song after the beginning of the hour. We always go up. He's like, Steve just went to the bathroom.
He's like, oh. And then he's in there and he's like, I hear talking. I must run.
And I basically told Jared that if anybody could fill time while waiting for you, it was probably him.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard or have you followed the story at all of the aunt that sued her nephew?
Which one?
So, which one? Because there's so many. So there's an aunt. There's a woman. I'm trying to find her name here. She apparently sued her nephew because
Oh, I have heard of this.
he jumped into her arm. And this was 4 years ago, by the way. Her name's Jennifer Connell. Not Jennifer Connelly. Jennifer Connell, she sued her nephew for like $120,000, something ridiculous like that, because apparently at his 8th birthday party, 4 years ago, he jumped into her arms and, just she showed up. He was exuberant. He was excited. They both fell, and I guess she hurt her wrist and broke her wrist, actually. And now 4 years later, she's suing the 12-year-old for $120,000.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Can I just say too that it's that she was on the Today Show with this story, this sob story.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at a screen grab from the Today Show
and
right here.
And she has a brace on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my wrist is broken.
Yeah.
My nephew broke my arm.
So I guess his parents must be rich then.
Well, it also is important to note that the mother passed away last year.
Oh.
And she's still going ahead. She still went ahead and pursued this.
Oh, God.
In court.
Slut.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Oh.
I mean,
what?
Like, the thing that I loved when I was reading the story, the one quote that jumped out at me was the one where she said, I was at a party a couple of weeks ago, and it hurt to hold my hors d'oeuvre plate.
God.
And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, what am I looking at?
I thought I was looking at my mother's old douchebag, but that's in Ohio.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. I'm reading the story, and I'm like, come on. And then people are coming, like most people are making comments sort of along the lines of what Steve said, and basically just saying, what kind of woman is this? She's a monster. She's doing this. She's doing that. And somebody else was sort of trying to jump in and play the devil's advocate and was basically saying, well, maybe it's sensationalized, and what it is she's trying to sue she's not really suing the nephew per se. She's suing so that she can get it in court that there are actual damages so that the insurance company will actually pay, and it's not like she's suing a 12-year-old. Well, from all the stories I read, it sure the hell sounds like she's suing a 12-year-old.
Oh, yeah, the way
it
they're
sounds like
playing
she's
it
an
up.
idiot.
Yeah.
So, and she got no money, by the way. The whole gist of this is that it got thrown out. She got nothing, and the judge was basically like, "There's no grounds for this whatsoever, and go home."
It still probably costs us money, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And as soon as she walked in court, the judge looked at her and said,
I thought I was looking at my mother's old douchebag, but that's in Ohio.
So Jennifer Connell. Basically, in the running, and I don't think there's going to be any other.
So we got Kim Davis as the president and Jennifer Connell as vice president.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. It's country.
It's not going to be.
It's not even going to hell in a handbasket. It's going to hell in a hors plate.
An hors d'oeuvre plate, as it were.
Yeah, an hors
If you can hold it.
Which is difficult to hold when some kid breaks your wrist because he's what a moron.
Well, first off, drink your damn milk and get some vitamin D in your body.
Correct. Right?
And strengthen up those bones. Like, what the?
What's your problem?
Seriously, get off my radio.
You're not worth being on my radio.
Stupid.
Requests are worth being on our radio. 508-531-1303. It's Classic Rock until 11 o'clock.
Can we get to the talking thing?
No. Would you give me a second? The show is planned out in a certain way, sir. I don't know if you figured this out.
I haven't.
But it is...
Obviously, I haven't.
Bits and segments are planned out in a certain way for a reason. Trust me, we'll actually do the target thing in the next segment.
Yeah,
so
that would make sense.
Okay,
hang on to whatever.
Fine.
Jeez.
Okay, fine. My name is Jared, okay? Not. I mean, I've been called that before, but it's not in this case.
Where's
True.
Where's Greg Black and Greg Gray?
They probably killed themselves in a fight. They were probably fighting over the whole whatever the thing that there is that they're fighting, and they're just like, oh no, and then just whoops.
We could well have brought something to a head that might not have been.
Very true.
Yeah.
You and I still need to do some research about where Greg Black works, because apparently it's a liquor store in Plymouth. He won't tell us which one, but I mean, there's only
I know there's only so much.
We should be able to narrow it down. I'm thinking Poppies. I'm thinking the Bradford Packy down there. I'm thinking all those places. Just divide up and.
Do you know how many there are down here? There's like so many, and then there's the new one that opened up, the BSLA.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which I didn't know until the other day is actually a franchise. And what it is, they have all this imported beer from everywhere. All of it. You know, and you can go there and you go, I want to make my own six-pack. And they'll build up a six-pack for you.
And we do that at Wegmans.
Yeah. But like, you know...
You should see the imported beer at
I'm
Wegmans.
sorry, Mr. Wegman.
Our beer room is bigger than most liquor stores.
Oh, great. That's good. Come down to the South Shore and I'll start hawking your products.
Nobody's got enough money down there.
Wow. It's true.
Yeah,
it's honestly
very
true.
I mean,
The next two to build is the Natick Mall and Fenway. So, can you imagine?
Well, I mean, you know what? I mean, you know it's bad when Robert Durst steals a sandwich from you.
Yeah, exactly.
Has he watched that yet, by the way?
No, he hasn't.
Not yet.
Spread out.
Oh, God.
Mo Howard of BIM is back.
Hey, listen. See that? Put that in your mouth and shut up.
What is it?
Oh, is that still sitting there?
Yeah, it's still sitting there.
Peter Q didn't want that?
He didn't want it. He's like, what is it? I'm like, it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. No, I don't want that.
WBIM Chief Engineer Peter Q. George is here. He's graced us with his presence. He's doing some work in the director's office over there.
He's keeping Mikey D in line.
I don't know if he's listening to us or not, but he's back there, and he's doing...
Peter Q is here, huh?
He's doing Peter Q things.
Where is he? I don't see him.
What, that's his head
He
right
saw
there.
you coming, and he's like, I'm out of here.
Oh, there he is.
And he hid.
Hey, Peter, how you doing, brother?
He doesn't. He's not listening to us.
Yeah, he's not listening to us.
No.
Which might be good for the segment we're going to do at 9:35.
Yeah.
So, how's everything in the campus center, Mike? You got everything under control?
I'm taking a breather for once.
Okay.
No comments from you.
You take and breathe this all the time. You breathe through your mouth.
Okay, that's all I do, pal. Look out. And I
Hey,
can talk pretty good, too.
Since we've spared Jared so far,
Yeah.
they're going to go 5-0 tomorrow, or what?
Of course they are.
Oh, here we go. Just get this going.
Steve, you stole my hot air. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll make it right now.
Definitely hot air.
What about King Herod over here? What do you got to say about that? 5-0 after
I
tomorrow?
don't care what goes on.
Okay.
So
Guess he doesn't.
we'll see what we'll see what Andrew Luck can do, but in all honesty, I don't.
He's going to need it.
I don't. Right? I don't see there being much in the way of competition. But see, that's the problem. Is those are the games that they have to really look out for. You can't go into the game expecting to just roll over them.
No.
What's their record going into tomorrow's game?
I don't know. I don't know theirs.
I have no idea.
I have no idea because I don't care. To be honest with you, I care about the 4-0 going to 5-0 part. The other part I don't care too much about.
Yeah.
All I know is hopefully they'll have another. Hopefully they'll have another one in the right column.
I don't think nothing to worry about.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what goes on. And then I don't know who they're playing. I'm wondering who they're playing the week after that. I thought I read something on the schedule, and then I forgot who it was.
Do not know.
No. But I can't wait. I hope they play. Oh, God. I hope they play the Steelers at some point during Michael Vick's tenure
Yes,
as
please.
standing quarterback. I loved.
I got
mean
berated
playoffs?
for that, though.
Well, how did you get so Steve on Facebook the other day posted basically the same along the same lines of the rant that I came up with on a couple of weeks ago, where he basically said something about Michael Vick and can't stand that guy and Joe Theismann, please.
I said, give him a Theismann leg, please.
Now, who berated you for that? Because usually it's your wife saying that you're going really too hard on people and you need to relax.
No, it was some dude. I can't even remember who it was now.
Some dude. Are you even friends with him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because otherwise, how would he?
Yeah. I'm like, no, come on. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't understand because that's entirely justified. And my response wouldn't be, "Oh, I'm only joshing." I'm really not. I'd like someone to break his leg.
Yeah.
Preferably both of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Wouldn't have a problem with that whatsoever. And
I can never pronounce it. Ben Roethlisberger or whatever it is.
Roethlisberger, Rapelessberger, or whatever his name is.
Yes.
Well, doesn't really matter anyways, does it?
No, it does not.
That is
difference.
correct.
So they're going to hopefully they're going to lose with Michael Vick at the helm, and then when Roethlisberger gets I can't. Did he break his ankle? Did he sprain his ankle? Something happened with his leg or knee or some damn thing, because that's what he's always basically busting up. I have no idea what it was.
Any four of us here looking concerned. They're going to do some homework about it.
No, I don't know what it was at the time, and I don't really care. All I know is that, unfortunately, we have to look at Michael Vick playing for them for a little bit, and then Ben Roethlisberger is going to
two
step back
quarterbacks,
in.
two cement-headed imbeciles on the same team. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is amazing. You would expect that Rex Ryan was coaching that team.
Rex Ryan. Oh, my God.
Are they playing it? I wonder if they're playing anyone this weekend. Because I'd almost be interested just if any, it always depends on who they're playing, but if any network was carrying their game, I would be interested to see it just to see if they have gotten themselves under some modicum of control. Because I mean, Jesus, last week they were just fights everywhere, just after every play, fights, penalties all over the place.
I'm not saying much for Buffalo not just management, but ownership for hiring him.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely terrible.
I wouldn't let him coach a bantam pee-wee football team.
So tomorrow at 1:00, the Cincinnati Bengals are hosting Cincinnati Bengals are playing the Bills tomorrow.
Go.
So
Go Bengals.
They're playing at 1. What time are the Patriots playing?
8:30.
8:30.
Oh, okay. So that won't be a conflict. I can watch Rex Ryan pout on the sidelines, and then later on in the day,
waste
I can
your
watch
time
the
and effort.
Patriots. I wouldn't watch the whole thing. I would watch a little bit of it. Probably the end, which is, the point in time where they usually start losing or getting blown out and then start throwing temper tantrums and then getting penalties all over the place, because that's unintentionally amusing.
I could have nothing to do and I still wouldn't watch that. that so-called football hack or whatever it is. Or refer to him as it.
Yeah, basically. It was like last week when you were watching him on the sidelines, it was like he didn't even know, or a couple of weeks ago, whatever it was like he didn't even know what to do. It was like his team was going out of control, but he didn't even know, he had no clue how to handle it. No clue whatsoever. In answer to our previous question, by the way, the Colts are going into this game 3-2. Okay. So they could end up with a 500 season very easily by the end of
after tomorrow night.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how that goes.
What am I missing out on before I came in?
Nothing. Aunts suing nephews for breaking their wrists, and what else do we talk about, Steve? Did we talk about something good?
No, that was it on this.
That was good. That was it. So yeah, all that stuff, and then we're gonna get into. Got a tune coming up on deck, and then after that, I think we're going to play the second cut off the...
Danny Joe Brown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did Joel call?
No.
Nope.
The Gray and Black attack?
No.
Nope.
I wonder if they're even listening.
I don't know what to tell you on this one.
I know. Since we don't have our show on Friday nights, we can't get in touch with Nate, who used to do Saturday nights up around the corner at that
it's
store.
really easy for him to get in touch with us because we give our phone number out probably every 20 minutes, and then he could call us. He could be listening to us on the live stream. It doesn't matter where he is.
Guess what?
Were he a true fan, he would be doing these things.
You know what that means? Coming into work next Friday, you know when Mikey D's going to start.
Well, you say this every week, sir.
You say that all the time. All the time. And nothing happens.
Listen, Sonic Mouth. Shut up for one moment.
With
With Mikey D, you get results. Understand?
But we're not getting results. No results are happening.
All right.
If anything, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
The last few weeks, I've been there a couple times. He's not there. He's there Friday nights, I guess. So the new guy there, what's his name? Nick. Nothing from Nick, huh?
No, nothing from... We've never heard from Nick in our lives.
No. Yeah. What the...
I guess Mikey D wasn't convincing enough.
Well, you said that
never are.
You said that last week, and still nothing.
I'll have to turn up the heat, the volume, or something.
Turn up something. I
don't know. You don't
I
have
know
a
about
volume
I was
knob.
going to
Get
say I
outta
don't know
here.
about volume, but turn up something. All right, we're going to turn up some more classic rock here so we can get into the next block.
What's coming up next?
And Danny Brown Potter, we got Standells on deck, and
Standells.
Yep, and then we're going to get to your track, and then
Boston Dirty Water, all the way from L.A., right?
correct.
Wow.
Correct. So basically posers, but fine anyway.
Sounds
Because
good.
the guy who wrote the song knew about Boston. Guys who sang about it didn't, because it was written by their producer, but that's fine. Nobody cares. So we don't care either. We're just going to play it because it's a good tune, and we'll get into more stuff now.
Dirty Water.
Yes. Classic Rock till 11 o'clock. Give us a call, 508-531-1303. You're listening to SNS on BIM.
From ACDC to CC Top, we've got the biggest collection of classic rock in Bridgewater. You're listening to the Saturday Night Soundtrack with Rob Hicks on 91.5 WBIM.
Soundgarden, 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. SNS radio show. Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer, Mikey D still with us. Coming up on 9:35.
Yeah.
Give us a call, 508-531-1303. Let us know what you want to hear. We're doing classic rock until 11 o'clock, so we can get it on for you. Just don't forget, you can like us on Facebook, Saturday Night Soundtrack. You can follow us on Twitter at SN Soundtrack. And you can check out highlights from a bunch of the old shows on YouTube. All you have to do is type in Saturday Night Soundtrack, filter for channels. You are there. Mikey D, you have done this before, and I don't know if you've done it recently, but do you check out the YouTube channel periodically?
Yes.
Anytime there's a hesitation. But no, I know
You mean SNS?
Yes, I know you've done it before.
Oh, man. After you told me last semester.
Sure. Have you checked it out within the past month at all?
Last 3 weeks, no.
Get caught up,
I don't
sir.
think I've heard any of the shows this semester yet. So they're all on there, but I'll go downstairs later, shortly before I leave, and I'll dig into
So
it.
you got a bunch of time to. Well, that's good, because now you got a whole backlog of show. You can just sit back. You got hours of entertainment already just from the beginning of the semester.
Oh, definitely.
And it continues. I didn't really think Mikey D was going to be here for this conversation, but we might as well get into it. since Jared's interested to find out what's going on. So you guys heard, anybody hear about what was going on at the Target in California?
Oh, yeah.
The Target store?
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
Okay.
Clue me in.
I don't remember what, do you remember what town it was, Steve?
Not another shooting.
I guess technically you could in a way.
Yeah, it was in Campbell, California.
Campbell, California.
Yeah.
Mother was walking around. I think her name was Gina King, actually. If you do a search on YouTube for her, you can find her as well. And she was shopping with her 2 young kids. And, this ended up happening...
Gina Young.
Yes, this ended up happening during her shopping trip.
What is going on at Target right now?
An exorcism?
Yeah, that would be porn playing over the intercom.
I heard something about porn playing over the PA system.
Yes,
that's right.
That would be what's happening here.
I did hear about that.
That would be what's happening here. Now, in the meantime, her kids are just going ballistic because she's got like a box of
beating her kids.
She's got a box of pizza poppers in her hand, and the kid just wants the friggin' pizza poppers. He's like, I don't understand what's happening. Do the voice. Do it. I don't understand.
I don't understand. What? Yeah. You can't just look at a monkey and be like, dance.
Then you're obviously not that good an entertainer, sir.
Oh, I am.
This is the second time this has happened in a Target store in California.
Yes, that is the other thing. It's the second time.
I can't pronounce the name. San Luis Obispo.
So what did some chucklehead
they don't know.
Really do it, or did it come by accident? Or
this is the thing, is they don't even know where it was coming from, and they didn't even know what happened. They don't know how it happened. This went on for like 15 minutes.
The store before that.
Target employees running all around.
They evacuated the store the previous time.
They had to evacuate the store.
Another time, yeah.
For what?
For the same thing.
For the heavy grunting over the airway.
Probably just your basic Target or Walmart customer. That's all.
I think.
Oh, baby. Wow. Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
As Don King used to say, only in America.
Or only in Target, apparently.
Jeez.
I think I remember that the phones can be accessed by mobile.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, most likely it is probably somebody like a former worker walking through going...
Disgruntled?
Yeah.
And there'd be many of those.
I don't know how that would ever happen.
No.
But,
People
so...
have anything better to do?
She said that, I guess she said that people were coming up to her and, like, offering to help her cover her twins' ears.
Exactly.
And, like, other...
They don't know what it is.
Which is a little bit, and I gotta say, you're going a little bit overboard with the dramaticism. Those kids were not... I saw the video. The kids are not paying... The kids aren't looking around going like this trying to figure out what it is.
They just wanted some pizza poppers.
They wanted some pizza poppers, and they just weren't paying any attention to what was going on.
You know what?
She knew what it was.
You know what?
They didn't.
It was her.
No, it was not her.
It was her. And she was, like, making the big stink, for, like, so that she can get famous.
I wonder how money.
I wonder how long until... Yeah, I was just going to say, I wonder how long until she sues.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like the Muppets. Like, there was 1 million parents that signed the petition for the Muppets to not have them on ABC.
You're really upset about this Muppet thing.
Oh,
It's the second
man.
time you
What's the
brought
matter
this
with
up.
Muppets?
Well, all right,
How
so...
did they do?
Well, there's a bunch of parents that are like, oh, man, we gotta get the Muppets off ABC because they're naked. We can't have, like, sexualized characters. Yeah, exactly. They're Muppets.
Strings and wires attached.
What's your problem? No, we're gonna have 1 million petitioners for that because...
Hey, listen up, ladies, all you parents out there. Put a friggin' sledgehammer through the TV and throw those little creeps outside and play.
Is the show.
That's our show.
That's our show.
Hey. But as I was saying, what I wasn't saying...
Don't say anymore. That's all.
Here we go. It all starts with TV again.
No, stop.
You know what I mean?
I don't care about you.
Poppets and Muppets. Be serious.
Oh, man, he's on the move. He's going to come in here and club. He's going to start clubbing people.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Just remember, I'm the Mo Howard of BIM. So
Yeah,
look out.
you're something, all right.
God, he's obviously.
eye
Thank
poking,
God he's obviously
ear
not
twisting.
listening.
Are you sure?
Nose
He
barking.
doesn't seem like he's listening
He
at all.
probably just tuned in.
There's been
No, 'cause
no
he doesn't
reaction.
have it on in there. I just went in there moments ago.
There's been no reaction
No,
shots
he
whatsoever.
probably just tuned in, and he was probably getting his hammer claw.
But I did eliminate the last two words.
It doesn't
Last
matter.
Two letters.
It doesn't matter.
I don't even know if you did, sir.
Yeah.
I don't feel
Okay,
like
let's
you
not
did.
give any reminders out there.
That's too late. It's out there now.
All right, so just because
You're a
Muppets,
knucklehead.
they didn't have
I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
clothing on,
right.
so that was an issue. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's the.
How long? How many years ago was this, though?
No, it's recent because they just
Recent?
went back on TV. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're
Is it the Muppets or Sesame
Again.
Street?
Muppets.
Again,
Muppets,
parents
yeah.
of this generation have nothing better to do.
Oh, here we go.
Then ask questions like, "What is going on in Target?"
What is going on at Target right now?
And
She sounds like an
voice is
uppity.
annoying, right?
She sounds like an uppity mother.
What's
her name
going
again?
on at Target right now? What is it, Gina
Hey, you know
Young?
something, Rob?
Yeah,
You know
Gina
something?
Young.
I might go shopping at Target tomorrow. I think I need something.
think you have to go on.
What?
You
I don't
need-
know,
you
but I'll
don't-
find something.
Not to relieve any kind of tension, I hope.
I do that on Saturday night.
Okay.
Yeah, clearly you do.
Saturday night.
That's why you go into the girls' room, right? You creep.
Hey, you got a problem with this creepy old janitor?
Yeah, everybody does.
15 years and still scrubbing toilets and washing urinals. Loving every moment of it.
And the only reason he's up here is because of me.
Of course.
Great.
Hey,
I'm responsible for this.
hey,
This is good.
hey, you started me in on this 15 years ago, so if anybody's going to get the blame, it's Hicks.
Watch it.
I'm guilty as charged. I don't know what I was thinking.
And I still remember his intern back then,
What's
too.
her name? Gina?
Young.
Young. Okay.
She wasn't even an intern. She was a full-out co-host.
Or whatever. But she was a student here, though, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Man, that's... Can you believe that? Almost 15 years now, Rob.
No, I can't believe that at all.
Holy mackerel.
I mean, I started this, when I started doing the basement, I started doing it 18 years ago, which is
Yeah.
almost completely...
And it was back then when you were doing it. When I started here, was it not Thursday night, 6 to 9?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Best days of my life.
And
No, I should say
awkward...
best nights.
And awkward silence ensues.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's what she looks like.
Hey,
I haven't even seen what she looks
You're only
like.
gonna hear
It
it.
looks like someone that would be in one of those videos.
Hey, Rob.
Yes, she
Oh,
does.
does she really?
Yes, she does.
Oh, you're going to have to show. Can you flip that? I can't. I mean, I might be able to see. No. It's incredible.
Let me see.
Yeah, I can't.
Is she worthy?
Yeah, I can't. Is she worthy?
Hey, how's the cameras in your bathroom doing? Why don't you go check that out?
Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that she would be in. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be in those videos.
Yeah. That's probably what it is.
Hey,
It's
Rob,
probably
Rob,
one of
Probably
hers.
her, yeah.
You know what I
Her
mean?
show, someone probably
Rob.
recognized her and was like, oh, hey.
Goes back to what you were saying, yes.
Only in BIM will you have porn at Target, or remember last semester you got that old retired Marine dope slapping a beer out in California.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was gonna hurt his little-
I won't let no bear get my babies.
Yeah, that's a little doggy or something that you could fit in a teacup.
Basically.
Yeah, no kidding.
It was a chihuahua.
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 Chihuahua. I can't. What was that guy's name? It was Carl, right?
Carl. Yeah,
That
Carl.
bear ain't been back since he got smacked by Carl.
You think he's going back?
Oh, jeez. I don't know. If he is, we'll be on top of it. We'll cover the story. How's that?
All right, so what else is going on, brother?
We're going to get into some music. We
All
got
right.
some another Black Sabbath request we're going to take care of within the next block.
And Mikey D's out of here in one moment. Go back to doing my thing
Oh, man. What is your thing, sir?
with Don't I Do It, the campus center.
We're a little concerned.
Oh, I don't know. You
little
go
concerned as to what that
You
might
go in
be.
the
is all I'm
women's
saying.
bathroom and then unannounced, and then now you're talking.
Besides creating havoc and busting up the place.
Busting up the place is right.
Oh man, she went on the Ellen show.
Already about
Already?
this?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh man.
15 minutes of fame and fortune. Are you kidding me? Just because some woman didn't feed her kids pizza poppers while this crap was going on over the internet, not the internet, what do you call it, the intercom? And she's big time now? You gotta be kidding me. What the heck is America coming to?
I have no idea. I don't know.
I got all kinds of photos here for her.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. She's with her guy and her 2 kids. Oh, how touching.
Thank you for leading the way on this research, sir. Appreciate you opening
Move
this
over,
door.
Geraldo. What's this chick's name?
I don't know.
Jeannie.
I don't know. It's on her way.
I don't know. Just leave
All right,
it
we'll
alone.
go back to...
All right, here we go.
BIM.
Here we go.
Listen up,
Yeah, it's not going to be porn. It's going to be classic rock.
Great. I like how he's like, only on BIM. Porn. And it's like, no, Mike.
Playing porn and BAN.
and
Pawn and
old time-
bear
old-
beatings.
and old drunken Marine, retired beer drinking, eye gouging, beer kick asses, or whatever you want to call them.
That's about all I can say about that.
Okay.
Here's another block of classic rock.
Black Sabbath coming up.
SNS on BIM.
So, you just spent hours putting together the perfect classic rock playlist?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's so cute. This Saturday night soundtrack with Rob Hicks on 91.5 WBIM.
Traveling Wilburys, 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. Saturday night soundtrack, that one is off their first album, which was Traveling Wilburys Volume 1. Their second album was actually called Traveling Wilburys Volume 3. You would expect it to be Volume 2, but they named it Volume 3 because they just wanted to purposely confuse everyone because, they were a supergroup and they were just all jerks. So, Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer.
Hey, I've got an update on the Target thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Of course, I have to go to the BBC website to find out.
Oh, those British are the only ones who got everything going on.
They managed to intercept an email that was sent out to all Target store managers telling them about this little fault in the intercom system that they've got.
A little fault.
But they won't elaborate on it, obviously, because then you and I could do the same thing. But apparently, if you just call the store and you request to be connected to a particular number, it gives you live access to the intercom system.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that one? And it happened 4 times in California.
That is great.
Yep.
That's
it
great.
says if connected, callers then have control of the intercom until they hang up. So you can play whatever you like or say whatever you like, and they can't do anything to stop it.
I think we should just call up and play the Saturday night soundtrack.
I'd play Walmart adverts.
You could do that. You
Yeah.
could do that.
I'd do Bradley's.
Yeah.
I'd find old Bradley ads.
Speaking of Walmart, did you guys hear what happened at the Walmart down in Florence, Alabama?
No, what?
Okay, so there's a product.
Apart from people walking around in strange clothing.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's a product on the market called gun oil. Have you heard of this? Mm-hmm. Okay. There's a product called gun oil. It's not for the type of gun that you would think it would be for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And apparently at Walmart, they don't know the difference.
Oh, God.
So they got a shipment of gun oil, and they stocked it in the gun section, like the actual weapons, gun, ammunition section. A gentleman by the name of Jamie Lee Bracey was there at the Florence, Alabama Walmart and started recording this YouTube video, just basically regarding his reactions finding the gun oil in the section.
So I'm at Walmart. Nobody's here to help me.
No one ever is.
I'm looking around, and I see this gun oil. I'm like, oh, wow. It says water-based lubricant for your gun. Oh, here it is. So, I was like, water-based. That could rust, right? So anyways, I start reading up on it. And this is in Walmart. Let's see here. Long-lasting lubrication with easy cleanup. Glycerin and paraben-free. Wetter, lighter feel than silicone. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I think my gun would work really good. Wetter and lighter.
Now, let me stop it for here for a second and ask, so obviously no employees are around to help him.
They never are.
But nobody is like looking at this guy, like just reading the gun oil descriptions as far as nobody's paying any attention because it's Walmart. So you wouldn't see this happening in a Wegmans.
No, you would not.
You may hear porn in the Target, but you're not going to see this kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
And he continues.
And then I say the ginseng and guarana to promote blood flow. I'm like, what? for topical use, apply desired amount to genital areas. Boom. And they got gun oil, H2O. on the counter at Walmart in Florence. They don't even know what they're selling. It's crazy. Get you some.
I like how he adds a little advert at the end. Get you some. As soon as I saw, this is one of those things where as soon as I saw the story, I didn't even have to read the story. I saw the thing that said gun oil, and I knew right away what the story was.
It even looks like a bullet.
Right, because my wife for a time sold items as a side job.
Items.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Home novelty items. And apparently you can make a lot of money doing this. And part of it was, I believe that was actually one of the products that was available. And so I looked at it and I was like, they're not doing, yep, they are. They are. And that gentleman found it. And I wonder if anyone ever did show up to help him.
No, no one ever does. No one ever does. You know, like, I think one day I was getting some ink for the printer. And, like, you know, it was stuck in the thing, and I couldn't get it out. You know, the case, because they put in these cases.
Right.
I'm like looking around. I'm like, where's anybody to help me out? It's like 2 PM on a Saturday.
Right.
Where are you?
I once shouted at the top of my voice in a Sears store, "Does anybody want to take my money?" I got some help after that.
Yeah. That helps out when you start saying that stuff. I guess you don't want my business, and then you leave.
I mean, when I was working at Target and I was at the electronics area, the only thing that I ever prayed to God that nobody ever needed help with was the stupid photo machine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I didn't want to go anywhere near that thing. I knew nothing about it. I wanted nothing to do. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Do that with my hand tied behind my back. That thing was
Yeah, I was okay with it.
stupid.
No, but the thing is, they didn't train anyone on how to use it.
No, I
so
just
it's
figured
like,
it out on my own.
Well, I don't have time to be doing that. You know what I
What are
mean?
you gonna do? Time to be doing zoning?
Yes.
Screw that.
At the Zone HBA.
God, I don't miss that. Oh, my.
I don't miss you telling me to do it either.
No, I don't miss telling you to do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Fun times. Fun times.
Absolutely.
There was no porn, though,
No.
when we were there.
I wish we'd have known about it.
Well,
we could have had fun with that.
there was, just not amongst
No,
the
not
you guys.
visible.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you remember? That was the good thing about knowing how to use the photo machine. When you could view the photos that were printed up on the last 2 orders from the day before.
Yep. Oh, there you
And
go.
I was viewing one once, and it was a new house that was being built, and it's like, oh, a nice porch, and the back wall's been built, and they're putting the chimneys up, naked woman. And then back to the building again, and look at those. I like those columns. They're very pretty. Naked woman.
Yeah, there was those.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
there was
great.
those. And then there was team members sending them.
Yes. That was really interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
Well, it was never me, so that's all I care about. I
Nope.
never saw either of you guys. That's all I care
I
about.
would have been printing them up if it were yours.
Why are you?
Yeah.
Sir.
Leaving them all over the store.
Yep.
I don't want to hear it from you. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
So,
Burger King's still open now?
you want a couple of fish sandwiches?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got another classic rock block coming up. It's going to be the last one of the evening, as a matter of fact. And
Really?
we got one last.
Is it that time?
Yeah, we got one last Sabbath song for John that we're going to play in this block.
No. 50 minutes to go.
50 minutes, yeah, but usually we come on. We usually go on at about 10:45, 10:50.
That's true.
Shoot the bull for another 10 minutes or so.
Yep.
So
And then, yep.
get another half hour of classic rock in, and then come on and chat with you guys a little bit more. We gotta get our chat in because you gentlemen won't be with me next week.
And then the following week will be a themed week.
Correct. So now
We were just discussing the interesting sites we might see coming and going.
You
on
could.
that week.
You could see some sights.
Yeah.
Next week, because the Saturday Night Soundtrack's only going to be on from 10 to 11 because of the Alumni Takeover Reunion. I don't know why that's funny.
Because you're going to come all the way up here.
Well, I told...
Sit there and be like, here's the song.
I told
And
John...
Thank you, and here's the show.
I mean, I told John that if anybody wanted the spot who didn't already have a spot, that they could go ahead and take the spot.
Oh, okay.
Because it's kind of a pain for me to come up from Kingston to come here to do an hour. I will gladly do it because I think it's fitting that the Saturday Night Soundtrack closes out the Alumni Takeover Reunion, but I don't need to do it is the point.
If I didn't have Lodge, I'd be here with it.
No, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, I'd join you.
I understand.
Absolutely. I don't even care. Like, if it was like 30 minutes, I'd still show.
You actually might not want to join me because the next thing I was going to say is I think since you're not going to be here, I'm going to take advantage of that fact, and it's going to be an all Beatles show. I'm just going to do Beatles the whole time. Just an hour of Beatles to close out the Takeover reunion.
It's not really an hour if you think about it.
That's how
You're going to do an
go.
intro.
I'm not going to talk that much.
It's
I'm not
5
going to
minutes.
I'm going to be able to complete a thought, and then I'm going to be able to move on. So it's not going to take
It's good that I interrupt you.
nearly as long.
It's good that I interrupt your thoughts because they're very short. And therefore they're half-baked. So
I wouldn't be speaking if I were you, sir. I wouldn't be talking. Just get our friggin' T-shirts together, will you please? Get that sorted out, will you?
I did.
Okay, good.
You didn't eat your bananas yet.
And
I know.
And figure out if you're going to call in sick on Wednesday, for God's sake.
Well, just in case my boss is listening to the show right now, because I invited her to, I don't think...
That's pretty late.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She's got kids. There's a chance that she could still be up.
You already alluded to it earlier.
Well,
so.
you brought it up, so now you reminded her. Way to go.
Good.
Richard.
Either way, let me know how that goes.
Yeah, I will, definitely. Because, I mean, like, that's an awesome opportunity. I wouldn't want to... Yeah.
It is. You should not miss it. So, 508-531-1303. Another classic rock block coming up. SNS on BIM.
If your bed is in a small town and that's good enough for you, you're one of the only listeners who can hear us on an actual radio. Congratulations! Bridgewater's Saturday Night Soundtrack with Rob Hicks on 91.5 WBIM.
91.5 WBIM Bridgewater Saturday Night Soundtrack. Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Brimmer, 1047. And it's about time in a little bit. We're going to be getting out of here. And it's kind of sad because I'm not going to see you guys back next week.
Yeah.
But,
you know what we should do?
Yeah.
They're not using that room. We'll just sleep in there.
I don't understand what...
We'll sleep in there. We'll, like, lock the door. Come,
like, tonight?
Forever.
No, that's a horrible idea.
We don't need jobs.
That's the worst idea I've ever heard in my life.
We don't need jobs or a life. We'll overtake the station.
Well, technically it's what the Takeover Reunion is all about. So next Friday and Saturday is the Alumni Takeover Reunion, and because of that, we have to give all the other alums who are not as lucky to have no lives, like myself, to be able to come in and do this for 6 hours every week.
You know,
gives them a chance to do shifts. So because of that, Saturday Night Soundtrack, I'm just going to do a very brief shift from, looks like from 10 to 11 next Saturday night. These guys aren't going to join me.
I feel bad.
Me, myself, and the Beatles.
I feel bad for our audience next
But
week.
we will come back with a flying start on the 31st.
Absolutely.
Because I feel bad for our audience because they're going to get like a watered-down show next week.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, I appreciate that. Apparently I'm watered down. I understand.
That's right. Know your place.
You know what else is watered down?
What's
Our
that?
T-shirt population.
Yeah.
Get working on that, sir.
Kind of worked out. Relax.
Well, how come we don't have T-shirts yet, then?
Where's the money?
I'm giving you a job, sir. One job.
I
said, find the Just eat your Kit Kats. Why didn't you eat your bananas? You
I don't
need
know.
your protein, sir.
We
don't want an incident.
It's potassium.
Oh, whatever.
So,
Okay.
I'll leave my
Well,
bananas.
whatever it is, you need that.
Yeah, no,
My
but not like
doctor.
it's.
You just kind of unpacked everything and then just packed it all up again.
Listen, all right. I don't want to talk about it on the thing, but like I'm on this regiment now that they're putting me on, where like I have to lessen my salt intake. Therefore, I don't have to like eat as many bananas to lower that.
Good.
So I mean, it's all right. I'm okay. I haven't taken any of the medication stuff that. Why are we talking about this? No one cares. Let's talk about something interesting.
You guys have anything interesting left to say?
Yeah, I do. I got all kinds
Why
of
is this
things to
light
say.
going?
I have absolutely no idea.
All kinds of things.
Off and on.
You would think that, maybe we could, if we had an in with, a maintenance person or something, we could maybe get some stuff taken care of around here.
Exactly.
But apparently that would not be the
Nope.
not be the case.
Not the case.
Not be the case.
Nope.
So anyway, These gentlemen will not be back with me, but I will be back.
Now, how many different DJs next weekend, then?
That's actually a good question. Let me take a look and see. I know there's a bunch. I want to say at least 15 to 20.
Oh, wow.
They're going to be coming in because it's
over the course of 2 nights.
Yeah, because it's going to be it's going to start on Friday and it's going to go from basically it's going to be all of the broadcast day from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and on Friday I think it starts at like 3. I want to say. Let me take a look at the schedule. So it looks like, so 4 o'clock. So it starts on Friday at 4.
Hey,
yeah.
How do you feel about the Hateful Eight, that whole situation?
I'm interested to see it.
Well, do you know the recent updates?
No.
Quentin Tarantino, thankfully, has 2 versions of the film. There's a version of the film that you will see if you go to the regular cinema.
Can I break in here for a second and say that I love how his mind works? Mm-hmm. We were just talking about the Alumni Takeover reunion 5 seconds ago, and I don't know what we're talking about here.
Everybody loves the way my mind works. It's great. Mm-hmm. I can talk about 6 different things. I won an award.
Let me get back to Steve, because you had a question, sir, that I would like to answer.
Okay.
It looks like there's about between 15 and 20.
15 and 20.
DJs, yeah, between 2 days. Continue, Jared.
So he has 2 different versions of the film being released. So if you go to the film, it's Quentin Tarantino's Western.
Okay.
If you go to the film in the regular cinema, you're going to have one particular cut to it. And if you go to a cinema that has 70 millimeter film projection, you will have a completely different cut of the film. So you're going to be treated to like a different other ending or something.
So now, does that mean, obviously, as you think forward to when home, on Blu-ray
there'll probably be 2 different versions.
It's going to be 2 different versions. But can't they just, I don't want to, can they just combine it? Can they do like a Clue deal and be like, here's the version with everything in it. There you go. Done. That's kind of what I want.
I mean, well, they're kind of like what they did with The Following, Christopher Nolan's film.
Correct.
You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Of course I know what you're talking about, because they did a chronological cut, and then they did the regular cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But anyway, who knows? Who knows with you? I don't know, But anyway, I thought that was really interesting, and I'm glad that he's doing this. Because, like, a lot of people are like, oh, man, film's dead, blah, and then that's the end of it. And then all go, like, Woody Allen has just made a commitment to go to digital. He's like, all my films from now on will be in digital. Not that he has much long left to live, but still.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
But yes, I get that.
And it's like, like there's, no, you don't have to. You can still, Christopher Nolan says, I'm going to stick with IMAX, and, one day we'll get a full IMAX movie with him. Because, every film that he produces since Dark Knight has been progressively more IMAX.
That is correct.
So, it only stands to reason that one day we will get a full end.
Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah.
And that'll look fantastic.
Yeah.
So we're going to close it out. We got one more song. And when we play this song, so I want to send this one out, not to end on a somber note, not to end on a sad note, but as a personal sort of dedication, if you will.
Going?
Well, if you would shut up, I would tell you. As a personal sort of dedication, my father-in-law passed away 3 years ago today.
Nope.
And it's still a little. He passed away unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Bad situation, and. Still miss him. So I got a song coming up. This is one of those songs. So we did the whole funeral and things, and then we went to, we kind of just went to his favorite watering hole over in Quincy and sort of had a drink to him.
I love that town.
In commemoration. It was Malachi's, if you know where that is.
Yeah, my hometown.
So
not the bar, but the place.
Right. So we went to Malachi's and had a drink to him and everything. And it was one of those times where this song came on the jukebox or whatever they had going at the time. It would actually look like they had a jukebox there. I don't know if that's what it was playing on.
Yeah, they do.
But it was one of those deals where you already like the song and it already had, you know what I mean? Like you already have a good feeling towards it, and then it plays at a particular moment in your life, and then it sticks.
Yep.
And like every time you hear that song, it's going to remind you of this moment, good or bad or emotional or whatever. And that's what this is. So we're going to hear the live cut of Landslide from The Dance from Fleetwood Mac. It's ironically, my wife doesn't like Stevie Nicks at all, but it was her dad. But I like Stevie Nicks, and her dad was a great dad and great man. And to tribute to him, Landslide, especially this live version, because Stevie Nicks says "This is for you, Daddy" at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
So it's sort of like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's the extra sort of punch.
Adds the extra feels,
That's
as these
sorta
kids say these days.
As the feels. I hate when people say that.
Yeah, that's stupid.
What are you
Shut
talking about? The feels, Netflix and
Grow
chill
up, you
and
9-year-old.
feels, you jerks.
9-year-old. I wish if I had known that we're doing this, I would have also requested that you put together a little bit of the Ray Liotta laugh in memory of my...
I can still do it, though. I could do that for next week, because the Ray Liotta laugh is epic.
Yeah. That's the terrible version.
That was so loud. It might have been terrible, but it was loud.
You know what the
so that
funny
makes
thing
up
is?
for it.
When I was a kid, they thought I was going to be a mute.
Sometimes she had been.
They thought I was going to be a mute when I was a kid, so they started teaching me sign language when I was 4 and 5, and they're like, yeah, this guy, he's not going to be able to talk, and now here I am talking all the time.
Oh, my God.
WBIM 9.1.
Who do we... 9.1. Who do we have to thank for this, Steve? I don't know.
Some genius.
Close it out. Here's Fleetwood Mac.
Just two, baby.
Here's Fleetwood Mac, Landslide. I will see you next week from 10 to 11. I'll be back with these guys on October 31st, Halloween night at 5 p.m. We'll see you next week. Bye.